let's do a cheers to the Sobeys Safeway Liquor Beer podcast.
We ride again.
I love you guys.
Careful, that cake's hot.
Check-in, come on, let's go. It's the AM Nasty Big Hello. It's not static, AM radio. It's the Play Alberta Nielson Show. Let's go. Everybody tune in, even my wife.
Mommy likes too.
And those Macromala intros are cutting like a knife. Hey, it's Mitch texting in, he's your dealer for life. Let's crack at 6 o'clock, I'm logging with some sirloin bites. Nom, 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 nom,
on a Friday morning. Great morning to you. Ready to go, ready to rock, ready to roll. With Dave Jamieson in for Dustin Nielson this morning on the Nielson Show with Lieutenant Eric, YouTube Trev here as well. Taking you through another week here. This is going to be a fun Friday. Everything's working fine right now, technical-wise.
Have we had technical issues, guys?
No. You now have another monitor here for your viewing pleasure, although both of them are off. Yeah, Dusty put that in when Matt was away and didn't really ask his permission. So
what does it do?
Just he watches his card stock, like day trading, like so.
Oh, yes, okay.
So it's something
from the floor of the TSE.
Yeah, exactly. It's Edmonton Sports Talk, obviously presented by Play Alberta, coming to you live from the Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen Studio. You can catch us today whether you're listening iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio app, the source EdmontonSportsTalk.com. I know YouTube is already well populated. The nasty chat is. It's nice to see that chat just scrolling around. If you are watching this morning on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, hit the thumbs up, and of course to all of our listeners on the frequency modulation dial 95.7 Cruise FM. A little U2, hey, before a little Blink.
Yeah, what brought us
Blink 182? I think it was Blink 182. Damn it, unless they had to make time on the clock to fit us in there. But we appreciate that. So wherever you're listening or viewing today, great morning to you. Great show planned as well. Obviously, Dustin Nielson, as I mentioned, gone today, as he is basically for the month of October. Fridays will be the day he is off. You're back next Friday as well.
I am indeed. Yes.
He's got the call tonight, week 19 in the CFL. Riders and Argos from Regina. As Saskatchewan look to tie up first in the West, Dustin will then be back, and he has the call tomorrow. Play Alberta Field, Commonwealth Stadium, a very important game between your 6-9 Edmonton Elks and the 8-7 when it play Blue Bombers, a game which Edmonton must win by 14.
And if they
to get the tiebreaker against Winnipeg.
You're slicing it thin there. Are you saying that should they lose, that will eliminate the Elks? Fair?
I don't know if there's a mathematical way in after that.
All right. Well, we'll get into that with Jeff Hamilton.
Because I think the Red Blacks, hey, if this happens and that happens, they could find themselves playing for a play-in.
Well, enjoy it while you can before Stuart Johnston takes this from you. Right.
That greedy bet. He's taking everything.
Yes. Yes.
I don't. Yeah, we've talked since the
We have.
Because you were in last
got my
It's
thoughts.
the McDavid extension that we haven't sussed out.
Well, we'll get to that.
Got on the table. Yeah, we're going to carve it up like
and we'll get to. We got to talk to YouTube He was upset that the crowd was not more robust in their love for McDavid.
We have the season opener. We have the Roslovic signing. We have 14 games last night and nothing to really set up for tonight.
Yeah,
right.
So we can
we can really recap. Yeah, and look ahead to tomorrow. Oilers Canucks as well. We'll get thoughts on again goaltending coming out of that game. I know Trev shared his are on record though. I mean, you've stated before. I think everybody knows where you come out on that topic. But we'll put it to the fans this morning.
Yes.
We'll put up a poll.
Oh, yeah. You know what? We haven't put up a poll in
I think
a while.
we'll raise the poll. Raise the poll.
I'll put up a poll.
Fly the W. Wait a minute. You guys have a poll now?
Well, we can
YouTube
chat.
chat.
We're allowed
the
to on the,
capability.
yeah. So we'll
Whatever
maybe,
you want to poll.
I remember
Jamo.
we used to do that on 1260, and then we ran out of interest. And it was like sponsored, and then it sort of frittered away. And I was kept saying,
it was a lot to do.
What's the poll
You had to
question?
do it all
He goes,
from the.
I didn't do it.
You had to go into Palopoly and
Sure you
populate it, and it was a lot of work for really no payoff.
And call the help desk in Toronto and take out a ticket.
Yeah. So we will poll you on Oilers goaltending coming up. I mean, look, if you want to raise the poll right now, Trevor.
Yeah,
It's
we can
never
do it
too
now.
early to.
Yeah, so who should start game 2? Pickett or Skinner?
Or
Oh, no, you're not
Other.
having a write-in
Other.
candidate, are we?
other.
Okay.
God, we are about 4 minutes in, and I already hate us.
You can leave anytime you want. You're
Just
free to
step
leave.
out, yeah.
You can. I mean, it's come and go as you please.
Yes.
Yeah. We'll discuss. Obviously, again, Oilers and a night off for the NHL tonight. No games after the barrage of just. And we were at Sully's Sports Bar and Lounge last night. Thank God that we had the luxury of 50 television screens staring us in the face. I mean, you had games going on all over. You'd watch one, then you'd miss the other one, and then so you'd go over to that one, then you'd miss over here, and then you're just bouncing around. It was dazzling for the senses.
There is such a thing as too much of something, right?
Sensory overload.
Indeed.
Yeah, we almost had that last night. We almost. I want to thank everybody as well for coming out last night. Century Casino, Fort Road, Sully's Sports Bar and Lounge. Jay Jocelyn. You had Big Uke. You had VR Montenegro. You had Tube Socks. You had Bryce the Sparky from the Combine crew. And Francois Kyle, who was the latest qualifier into a draw for a trip for 2 to LA to catch the Rams and the Saints in November. And one Atif Farhat.
Yes.
And look what he brought me. He this has been
Love that chicken.
This is a Popeyes gift card. We are coming to you from the Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen Studio, as I mentioned. A Popeyes gift card from Wheels.
He did it.
He did it.
No
Is
way.
this the payment?
He's a Saints fan.
Yes.
Long delayed. Yeah. Yes.
And so he wheeled up to me the other week. He goes, "Hey, LT, you wanna bet on your Bills, Saints?" And I said, "Wheels." There's no way, like Saints visiting the Bills. You want to bet? He said, "Yeah, I'll buy you a chicken dinner." And I
Josh
said, "Sure."
Allen versus Spencer Rattler.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I said, "Yeah, I'll take the bet." And then so I took the bet. I also offered him multiple opportunities to get out of the bet before the game. No, I wanted. So the game happened. The Bills won. And then he owed me a chicken supper. That was for a chicken supper.
Does Atif think that it's prime Drew Brees still in New Orleans?
I think, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Have you seen his glasses?
Well, who am I to talk?
No, but yours, I mean, that's looking through air.
Sure.
So he lost the bet. He owed me a chicken supper, to which he didn't pay for weeks. I think that was back in like week 3.
Okay.
We're on week 6. He would skip town. He would make all these excuses, not show up to the casino, yada, yada, yada. But finally, last night, and I thought, and I hoped not, that he would roll in with a brown, sweaty bag of chicken purchased 6 hours prior. Oh, sorry.
Oh, yes. I got
you know what I mean?
Yes, I know what you
hey,
mean.
LT, I ate the skins. Here's the rest of the... So anyways, I got a gift card here for Popeyes. I pulled it. It's got the little receipt attached. It says $20, which would be a supper. Hopefully that's loaded up. Thank you, Atif. He always pays his bets, albeit 3 weeks late, which I guess you take, right?
Yeah, it's a very, that's a character revealing move. Someone who pays their debts,
But
you can count on them.
yeah, and No interest was charged.
No,
I didn't. I let him off the hook there. The Nielson Show presented as always by Weiss Johnston, Edmonton's Trane home comfort specialists for nearly 50 years. You can get 10% off any new Trane furnace, air conditioner, or heat pump installation from now until the end of this month. Bundle a furnace with an AC or heat pump. Get 25% off the package price. Get your home comfortable now for all seasons with Weiss Johnston and Trane. Trane, it's hard to stop a train. Visit WJSportsTalk.com today for all the details. So once again, thank you to Wheels for eventually paying the bet. We can ease off him, I guess, in the nasty chat. You put so the poll is up. On the tube. YouTube, go? Trev put it up. You raised the poll this morning.
Yes,
good for you.
I did.
Never too early for that. Who would you like to start in Game 2 for the Oil? Your options are Dave Skinner.
Yes.
You might want to write this down. Skinner. Stuart Skinner.
Yes.
Kelvin Pickard.
Yes. Cal.
It says here Gage, which I can assume is Joaquin Gage.
Right, yes.
From
Joaquin
EST Afternoons with
having a little fun with it. Having a little fun.
Or other. So you got 4 options.
How long before Connor Ingram gets the call?
Yeah.
Right?
He's got to get himself straight, but that's who knows?
Okay,
it's up to him.
Yes.
Ball's in his court now. Hey?
Indeed.
So you can vote on there on the nasty chat. You don't need to tell us what your vote is. It's confidential. We don't see the ballots. I'll vote for other. Interesting.
That bumped it up quite a bit, actually.
Okay. Well, we'll see how these numbers kind of simmer here. It's early days, so
let's let the electoral process play.
We've
out.
only hit the far east coast here.
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's let them come in, and then we'll start to build out our arguments around.
Yeah.
We need Kornacki on this set here, hey?
Yes.
We got to kind of go through that.
Yeah.
Great show lined up for you today, of course. Not only in the nasty chat, you can agree/argue with us, but also in the Paris Jewelers inbox, and we do have a jingle for that.
It's the ring box. It's the bling box. It's the Paris Jewelers inbox. And they got lots of fancy shiny things. Look at this, look at that. Not just for the ladies. They got jewelry for men too. The ring box, the bling box, the Paris Jewelers inbox.
Yes, that's right. Shop a huge selection of engagement rings and wedding bands that are on sale now. Flexible payment options such as do not pay for 1 year. In store, West Ed Mall, Kingsway, Londonderry, Sherwood Park Mall, St. Albert Centre, or online, parisjewelers.com. Canadian and family owned. 780-218-9999. Text in, and you are playing for text of the day. One of your lucky texts will win $20 to Royal Pizza. Still making it great. Best and freshest ingredients. If you're not wanting to get down on the bird this weekend, take your family out to Royal Pizza for Thanksgiving.
Medium mushroom pepperoni. Green pepper is where I go at Royal Pizza.
Yeah. That's almost like the.
I mean, that's fairly straight up the middle of the fairway. It's
I basically
not
got
exotic.
myself and my wife went out a couple of Fridays ago. We had that. No black. I took the black olives off. I think it was the loaded, and we said no black olives, please.
Sure.
And then we got the large because you get the square slice.
Yes.
That's. And then I had. You know what? I had the soup. I was telling Dusty. It's like
pardon?
It's like a chicken chowder soup.
Really?
Yeah, it was delicious.
Okay.
Royal Pizza ingredients, top-notch service for over 55 years. You can check them out at royalpizza.ca or visit one of their 14 locations in the Edmonton area. So $20 to that. Get your text in. I don't know what the topic du jour today would be. Where you want to go with this one? Is it Oilers goaltending? Is it Bill Belichick's career at University of North Carolina, which, Dave, I know you're champing at the bit to get into.
Well,
maybe we will in a bit. Let's
sure.
Because boy, is it it's getting toxic there. Who would have thought?
Well, okay.
I didn't see this
one. You wouldn't
coming.
have thought it would happen this quickly.
Yeah. Well,
okay.
At least get us to American Thanksgiving,
right?
Hey, yeah.
At least,
yeah. So we'll go there as well. Let's give you a quick menu of the show, though, as it stands. Of course, we're just kind of getting into this puppy like a hot tub here. We'll be taking some time. We got the crack pack coming up for Wayne's. I had the pleasure of popping into the new Wayne's location yesterday,
and
right next to the Italian Center in the West End. I liked the old place. Was cozy. They have a lot of stuff, obviously, comics, Lego, cards, the whole bit. And you go into the old place, and it's just like your room as a teenager. Like there's just the walls are covered, everything's covered,
which is very cool.
It's cool, but it adds that. It adds that tightness to it, like so. you're kind of looking, you can't focus because there's just so much stuff. This new place, though, you walk in, automatic door, which is like,
right away.
that's, so you know it's going to be. And you walk in, high ceiling, everything's got its own space and its own place. And I mean, when you have that space to play with and as much stock as they have, you can really kind of let it shine on its own. There's no.
It's like a gallery, the way you're describing it.
It almost is like an art gallery,
Well,
and it's got
go.
kind of the feel to it. So check them out. We got some hockey packs. We got, what do we got here? Trev, we'll let you choose as well. We got 25.
Ovechkin in the Screaming Eagle.
Which we don't mind, hey, do we? 25-26 MVP, 23-24 Parkhurst champions,
And
the 22-23 Ice. You're looking for hobby-exclusive Glacial Graphs autograph cards. So we will all have a choice at one of these. Once again, you can go to Wayne's. We'll be doing that to wrap up the opening hour at around 6:40-ish, 6:45-ish. TSN's Chris Johnston will be on the way. We'll get his thoughts
CJ.
on the McDavid deal because we haven't yet with it. No, we have to. You have to rinse it out. That's the thing about these insiders. You get them once a week. And so much can change in that, like last time we talked to him, we're like, whoa, will he sign?
Was CJ with us when Knobloch had signed? Was it that morning?
Yes, it just happened at about 6:50, correct? Last Friday, around
that
there.
is, that's true.
So, and that seems like eons ago at this
does.
point, right? Yeah. And the Wallman signing, which kind of got lost in the shuffle, and the Ekholm signing, and the Roslovic. Stan Bowman. I told Dustin that
That's a boss move when you add a player in a game. Like the Roslovic move.
He's big game hunting.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, and he wears a safari with the hat.
Yes, the pith helmet. Yes, pith.
Yes.
The pith helmet. Yes, you guys know.
He'll join us at 7:05. Our hockey insider / analyst today. Play Alberta early bird. We'll get to that. I don't think Saquon got into the end zone last night. But how about that Jackson Dart? Hey,
He's going to take Manhattan by storm.
yeah. Did you see Brian Dable berating the team doctor because Russell Wilson had to play a couple snaps?
I know, but you could feel it was palpable. Like the fans, oh God, no! Russell Wilson's going in, and
That's
then
right.
he threw that pass.
Sure.
And you're like, oh God.
Yeah. What would you say the trade market is for him right now? That Flacco's off the next up. Might I? We can't give you, but might I interest you in this Russell Wilson?
Russell Wilson. Can this satisfy your needs?
Well,
no.
Yeah, no. Well, but if you are a team wanting to tank, perhaps that's...
okay. I see where you're
We have to look at it from the different angle, yeah. So we'll go to Play Alberta there at around midway through the 7 o'clock hour. That's good for the Italian Center, which, again, conveniently located now next to Wayne's. Wayne's has their own private parking in front as well. So if you are going to the Italian Center, you can't park in front. They've
its own
established...
signage.
Yes, and as they should. But that's good. It's kind of where I'd like to go with the Belichick talk.
Okay, sure.
If we can.
It is good.
We'll carve out just a
is good.
slight bit of time. And I think as well we can also talk Elks.
We must.
Because, I think it's Thanksgiving weekend in Canada.
Yes.
And we're talking about the Elks, albeit, however unlikely, are still sniffing around a playoff spot.
Oh, it's progress.
You got to say that's good.
I think
you got to say that's good. It's not great, but it's good. Yeah.
Probably a good crowd. I would imagine. I haven't checked in on sales.
Yeah, chili cook-off as well. We'll have more information on that. That's going down in the tailgate this weekend.
Yes, we do.
Oh,
would you like to?
No, we can talk about it when we're...
Step up into the plate, Cale McCarr. Go.
Well, no.
He did his own chili cook. He was at a chili cook with Dustin the other
saw
night.
that, yeah.
But he didn't vote.
I forgot to vote.
His ballot. He ate his ballot with the chili.
I ate 12 chilies, and I didn't vote on any of them. But the one that I would have voted actually won, so it doesn't matter. And it was Wagyu chili.
He threw away his vote.
Wagyu.
Can you
Okay.
think of that?
Wagyu beef.
Yeah, but tailgating this week.
Okay.
I have to say this. And
Oh, yes. He's, yeah.
okay, so it is Thanksgiving
Like
this
how he's a
weekend.
document to read.
Sorry.
I, Trevor, being of sound...
Yeah.
Okay, please. Yeah,
So it
floor
is
yours.
Thanksgiving this week,
Yes.
and
Yes.
since I've been in Edmonton, I haven't been home for Thanksgiving. So I really, really want to go home. But it is also Elks tailgate. So
True, yeah.
unfortunately, I can't be making it. So I am supposed to ask if any nasties are willing or able to, if they're going to tailgate, if you could help Zach set up the tent.
Okay.
That was, because if you don't, I have to stay here.
You shouldn't have
And then I
included
miss out.
Zach. You should have just said, help set up. Stop.
set up. Yeah.
I don't know if Zach is the tantalizing piece. Yeah. No, but okay, so good.
Yeah.
We've had people down there before.
When Zach was away, I had help. Trevor Savage, obviously T-Roy.
I think VR was always there.
VR was
Troy
there.
will be out of town. He was at the casino last night. He told me that. He's going for hockey. Tayson's got a tournament out in Lloyd or something like that.
This is like one of those Amish barn raisings.
This is exactly
This
it.
is like a barn raising.
And our tent is a small, it is kind of like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. So this is, it's kind of like Kingpin with Woody Harrelson, right? Like this is kind of, you can milk a bull or something. So again, just to reiterate, you won't be here. And good for you going home. That'd be nice.
Yes. Can't wait.
Is tonight your supper too with friends? I know we're getting extremely off.
Yeah,
we're granular here.
Not tonight. Nothing's happening this weekend.
Okay, the Durango.
Yeah.
When's that? That's next week?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Isn't that a vehicle, a Durango?
Yeah. Yes,
It's a great sushi bar downtown as well.
Is it?
that he's
Okay.
gonna check out. But okay, so again, just rehash this one more time.
Yeah, one last time. I won't be able to go to the tailgate, and Zach might need a little help. So if any nasties are going, I know it's at 2. It starts. So he'll probably be there right around 2:30 if any nasties are going. If you want to help out Zach set up the tent, that would be awesome.
Help Zach pitch a tent. I think that's how we should.
Exactly. Yes.
You know what? That would be a good poll.
Retweet it.
Or some sort of interactive element on the show. Yes. Yes.
Okay, we'll let that hang in the air there. So is there any, do they have to go to the website, Edmonton Sports Talk, and sign none of that?
No, just show up.
Just show up.
Yeah,
okay.
just show up.
2 o'clock-ish?
Yeah, right around 2:30, I'd say. 2:30. I'll confirm it with Zach, and then I'll tweet it out later. But 2:30, right around 2:30, I imagine.
So watch our socials.
Okay, well, so there you go. If you are heading down, and again, it is a big tailgate with that chili cook-off. Always a fun event, and as well, a game which carries with it meaning this late in the season, which is nice to see too. So Bombers Elks tomorrow, kickoff at 5, tailgate around 2-ish. You want to help pitch a tent with Zach, 2:30. That's the time. Head down. We're right by the stage, right? Same location.
Correct.
Right down by the stage in the northwest corner.
Correct.
My geography.
Yeah, exactly.
You
Northwest.
cannot miss it. You go
right
to
by the
stage. It's
Zach will be there with the EST Cruiser.
Yep.
His RAV4. We haven't had it bannered yet, but it's still...
looks good.
He's the unofficial cruiser. Okay, well, that's... I'm sure he'll... You know what? He's going to have to turn people away, I would wager.
I had to.
Yeah.
That was my thing. You just need one person.
Too many
all the
chefs
nasties.
in the kitchen,
I was like, okay, we only really need one person to
yeah.
help here.
You only... There's another pitching tent joke. I mean, that's just all right itself. It's the 6 o'clock hour, Dave. What are you going to do? Well, you know what? Maybe we'll do a quick conch for that. Where are we going here? I guess we can get to a sports update here. So yeah, if you want to help out Zach, it'll be a fun afternoon, chili cook-off, all that. Hang out under the EST tent. It's a big tent. We can accommodate a lot of you. Get in touch. Text in 780-218-9999 or in the nasty chat. Trev will pass your names along. And it's a community. It's cult adjacent, I think, is what some people...
Oh, is that what we call ourselves?
Put it on the
cult adjacent.
Cult adjacent. Yeah.
Boy, that carries with it.
We can just move along. We can move right along here. That's fine by me. Sports update right now with YouTube, Trev. It's for Paramount Flooring. Proudly serving Edmonton area for over 30 years. Their showroom offers all the best and latest in flooring, tiles, and area rugs, to which we have right there.
That's our area rug?
That's our area rug, yes.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. We'll get a better and bigger one from Paramount Flooring someday. You can check them out, 184th Street, 107th Avenue, open 7 days a week. Tell them EST sent you. 10% off your next purchase, in-store or online at ParamountFlooring.ca. On the way, more of your texts, more of your reaction from everything in the sporting world. It's a loose and free opening hour, and then a little crack pack from Wayne's to cap the 6 o'clock hour. It is the Nielson Show, presented by Weiss Johnston here on Edmonton Sports Talk, presented by Play Alberta.
Last night in the majors, the Dodgers get the job done, advancing to the NLCS after a 2-1 win over the Phillies in extra innings. They now await the winners of the Cubs and Brewers, who have some Game 5 action tomorrow. First pitch at 6:08. Just one game in the majors tonight, where it's a winner-take-all matchup between the Tigers and Mariners. Tarek Skubal gets the mound for the Tigers. while the Mariners counter with George Kirby. First pitch at 6:08. The winner of this series will face the Blue Jays in the ALCS on Sunday night. Week 6 NFL action got underway last night. The Giants defeat the Eagles 34-17. Jackson Dart threw for 195 yards, good enough for one touchdown, which sees the Giants' record improve to 2-4 and the Eagles fall to 4-2 on the season. Week 6 action continues on Sunday. It was a busy one last night in hockey with 14 games that dotted the schedule. The Jets fall in their home opener to the Stars 5-4. The Habs were all over the Red Wings 5-1. The Senators come back with a 5-4 win over the Lightning, and the Canucks open their season up with a 5-1 win over the Calgary Flames. No games in the NHL tonight, but the Oilers are back in action tomorrow when they welcome in the Vancouver Canucks. Be sure to tune in to the Tom Gazzola for the GCL Diesel pre- and post-game shows starting at 7 right here on Edmonton Sports Talk. And sticking in hockey, the 5-2 Edmonton Oil Kings return from the road when they welcome in the Moose Jaw Warriors for a matinee matchup on Saturday. This one gets going at 2 p.m. And on the field, the CFL Week 19 kicks off tonight. The 11-4 Rough Riders have a chance to lock up first in the West when they welcome in the 5-11 Toronto Argonauts. This one gets underway later today at 7 with Dustin Nielson on the call. And on Saturday, it's do or die for the Edmonton Elks when they welcome in the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Coverage begins at 4 with the Green and Gold kickoff show with Maddie and Milne, followed by game time at 5. The sports update is brought to you by Paramount Flooring, proudly serving Edmonton and area for over 30 years. Their showroom offers all the best and latest in flooring, tiles, and area rugs at the corner of 184th Street and 107th Ave. Open 7 days a week. Tell them ESD sent you for 10% off your next purchase in-store or online at ParamountFlooring.ca. I'm YouTube Trev. You're up to date.
Nuevo Testamento bringing you in here for the 6 o'clock hour. It is Dance Party Friday, in which it won't be as much, cheery, much music, electric circus dance. More of, again, the dark synth goth pop that we experimented with last week. Yeah. You mind this stuff,
hours. No, not at all. Not at all.
Yeah, so if, we'll get down with that this morning.
Back when videos, man, they would blow the budget trying to get that stuff.
Lost art, man. Even hip hop artists and stuff, you'd have a lot of money poured into those puppies.
Rick the Temp introing that.
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
Yep. Dave Jamieson in for Dustin Nielson this morning on the Nielson Show with Lieutenant Eric. You heard YouTube Trev there on the sports update. Dustin, once again, in Regina tonight, kicking off Week 19 in the CFL. Riders and Argos, Saskatchewan looking to lock up top spot in the West. The Week 19 slate continues tomorrow with a doubleheader. Stamps at Hamilton at 1. And then the main course, the Elks hosting the Bombers at 5. Of course, Edmonton needing to win by 14 to get the season series over the Bombers because Edmonton lost by 13 in Game 1. So again, to remain in the playoff conversation, that's what needs to happen tomorrow. It'll be a crisp day down at Play Alberta Field, Commonwealth Stadium. And as YouTube Trev mentioned earlier, if you want to help out with the tailgate, it is the chili cook-off tomorrow. Let us know. 2:30, you can help pitch a tent with Zach down at our tailgate stall. Should be a great time there. And Ottawa,
Montreal with Zach.
Are you getting it now?
Now I'm getting it. Now I'm getting it. Yes.
Some would think he's too young to need help.
Okay. Let's raise the level here. Raise the bar.
Montreal, Ottawa on your Thanksgiving Monday as well, 11 o'clock. You can wake up and kind of catch that one.
Sure.
Ahead of Bills Falcons later on. Which brings us to the Thursday nighter, week 6 of the NFL kicking off last night. We'll just kind of quickly glaze over the sports scene as it was yesterday. We don't have time for all 14 NHL games, but I think we'll maybe hit on the
Who were the
more
teams
important.
that were not active? Edmonton? Who else didn't play?
Well, Edmonton, as I told you this morning,
28 teams were in action last
not in a
night.
playoff spot.
Outside looking in.
The Oilers this morning, officially. Unofficially.
They control their destiny, though.
Early days. Yeah, Toronto.
Right.
We'll give you a prize if you can name all the
figure it
teams
out.
that didn't take part last night. But it was a busy night. But yeah, the Thursday nighter, Jackson Dart, 34-17. Once again, all of you picking the Giants yesterday. It was a 7.5-point spread. Giants plus 7.5. So everybody that chose Giants, and I know Big you were one of them. We're putting all the names in a drum. We'll pick you randomly and get in touch with you after the show. But Giants 34-17 over the Eagles. And as Big Slam Nasty says in the Paris Drew Liz inbox, 780-218-9999, Giants fans yelling for Dart to come in is like me screaming for Jamo when Fraser is on with LTE. That's Fraser's Russell Wilson, your Jackson Dart.
Well, thank you. I got it. I risk of repeating myself that you could hear. I mean, New York crowds are a special kind of
They're not
dynamic.
shy. Yeah.
But I'm sure you heard him on the broadcast as soon as Dart went out and went into the tent. I mean, just that sort of foreboding. Oh, God, we've got to go to Russell Wilson.
But also, like, not nervous, but like
him out of there.
an angry nervous.
Yes.
Like, they're not scared. They're pissed off. And like
that's what I was looking for.
You had Cam Scadaboo ripping his shirt off post-game with Ryan Fitzpatrick. I mean, that was the NFL knows how to put on a show, hey?
Yeah.
So, Giants with a big win there. Eagles 4-2. Not looking like, I mean, it's a
fake.
It's 4-2. It kind of seems like it right now, right? Yeah. And so we'll see what happens with the Giants, but they get the win. They cover. Congratulations to all of you out there. And congratulations again to Kyle for the latest qualifier at Sully Sports Bar and Lounge last night. iHeartRadio app, TuneIn Radio app, EdmontonSportsTalk.com. And once again, if you are on YouTube this morning watching and listening, smash that thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already.
Are we chasing our next total?
13.3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 13.
So we're how many short now of 13.3? Because I
can't
don't
look in
want
the
to
back.
actually send us backwards.
Trevor can look in the back door.
Oh,
But we do have a poll going up as well. We're at 100 votes here. Who would you like to see start for the Oilers against the Canucks tomorrow? Skinner 42%, Pickard 29%, Gage 21%, and the ever popular other sitting at 9%.
okay. I have a question for the group. If Skinner had not allowed that goal, that egregious mistake, right?
And the Oilers win 3-2 or 4-2 with an empty netter.
How are you feeling about Skinner's play other than that? I know that, I mean, that.
Well, the Philp goal was a fluke. And the other one, to most people's thoughts, shouldn't have counted. So,
It's really only that one.
but
So
that's the
if it-
story with Stuart Skinner, though. There's
that
always
is.
the one.
Right. It's the one.
The
That's
one.
a hell of a way to announce that I'm back and I'm better. Hey,
Well, and he trimmed up.
I'm thinner.
Yeah.
I'm leaner, meaner, and
New goalie coach as well, Dave. We can.
that's right.
Yeah, can't blame this one on Schwartz.
Now what's our out?
Yeah.
Well, that's just it. But that's it. It's always the one thing.
Just the one, man.
He's not letting in, like, he's not a bad goalie.
Yeah.
But situationally, he lets you down. And there's a confidence there. It's like having a closer
Which
who's a good pitcher.
undermines the first part of your statement, which is he's not a bad goalie. And like I went into the season, as I've done in the previous seasons where Skinner has been the starter, saying, yeah, he's a good goalie, but is he a great goalie?
And some would
because
argue
of
that
what
you
the
only
Oilers
need good.
have,
Yeah.
and you look at what the Athletic graded out the Oiler defense. They rated the best group in the NHL.
Sure.
Okay, Bowman et al. Have built a good group around, or a very good group around Skinner. Okay, man, it's on you.
Well, okay, so they're going to get a new goalie. When does it happen? Who is it? When does it happen? American Thanksgiving? Like, are we looking that early on here? I'm not saying I'm not trying to no, but I just wonder, like,
Are you being purposefully inflammatory?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Oh, good. I just wanted to know your motivation here.
But let's
That's all.
Rip it off and let's get to it. When does that happen? Like, do you?
I think the runway is pretty long. Like right before trade
the organization,
deadline. Like they want to really
fans
see.
want it, but
they want to really see what they got, and
which is why I think you go back to him tomorrow.
Yeah, I agree.
If you're already playing musical crease,
like
you're not doing him any favors
with
there.
him for like you run him for a little bit here.
Yeah,
come on.
I know it's sexy to want to, but what are you doing to his?
It's just one game.
Yeah.
It's not the playoffs. I mean, so far from it, right? So, no, I really think you see what you have in Stuart Skinner and you put it on him, whether you like it or not. If he has a bad game, still, like, keep it going with Skinner. Like, what do you got with the bad goalie? Because if he is good, he should be able to bounce back with all the pressure, with all the noise, whatever.
I think even for Skinner detractors, would you not want to give him a runway to prove your point?
And he should want to as well.
You know what I mean?
He should want to, right?
He should want to, but even if you want to run him out of town and you're convinced that he is as bad as you think, then give him the opportunity to prove you right then.
Yeah.
Early in the season when it all matters,
room.
But
you have the wiggle room, you can experiment with.
Yeah.
Right. And they have enough around him so that they can, as a team, improve the defense. But again, that play there, and I had somebody yesterday who's a very experienced coach tell me that, hey, don't be so, in the rush to judgment on Skinner. Yeah, it looked bad and he had options there. But Bouchard, right, was coming in.
Oh, yeah.
Right, of course, there's
He was trying to come in there.
Yeah,
he was trying to score.
That's what he saw an opportunity.
He doesn't care.
Hands in his pockets.
Yeah.
That was just oh, God. And then the shrugging afterwards was just put it in the
my
Louvre.
bad.
Yeah. Savage the Plumber in the nasty chat going off an X-Ray J message. Aubrey has to coach the Schwartz out of Skinner first. So that's...
Oh, there's a little bit of a cleanse
Changing the
required.
habits.
Yeah, we need to get him the Reiki.
Hot water and turmeric.
Turmeric.
Or whatever
He's
they
got the
use.
steam. Just a towel over the head and the Vicks vapor rub.
Get in here in one of those sweat lodges.
Get him in the dry. Get him in the dry. So your thoughts, how long should the leash be? How long is the runway? Whatever other comparison you want to make to
coming in hot.
Hey, dude, yeah. I mean, Dave, your Vancouver Canucks right now.
With the skate logo, they're rolling hot.
They're sitting in a playoff spot.
Yes,
the Pacific,
they are.
as it stands right now, Vegas on top.
Yes.
They played 2 games, 3 points. You got the Canucks and the Kraken at 2. Wild card is populated by the Preds, who've played a game. They have 2 points. The Kings have played 2. They have 2 points. And the Flames and the Oilers, as you mentioned, peering over the fence into that wild card spot. But
sure.
I jest slightly because it is early, but it's... again, we were having the Oilers a playoff team conversations, I do remember, prior to Remembrance Day last year. So we are getting close to that point.
Yes.
Don't kid yourselves here. But yeah, just quickly, Canucks 5-1 over the Flames last night. Didn't get a chance to get eyes on that one in terms of a scouting report, but I think the Canucks, I know everybody here loves to hate them, but probably Craig Button's hot take, or was it, it was Noodle's hot take. Demko winning the Vezina. I think that was his TSN hot take for the season.
Yeah.
And if he can stay healthy, he's a great
goalie. There's the caveat. Right?
I'm big on Demko. Like when he's on, he is just so fun to watch. He is so fun. So yeah, that was a huge part of the reason why Vancouver was, obviously with everything going on in the locker room as well. But that's gone, and then you get Demko, a full healthy Demko. Yeah, like they should be a playoff team.
Yep. Stars Jets was an entertaining one as well. We had that on at the casino that was kind of bouncing back and forth. Stars at a big
Jonathan
lead.
Tays, first
Jets
game
cut up,
in like 900 and some days.
Yeah, great rivalry too between those two teams, dating back to last playoff. Kraken getting 3-1 win over the Ducks. Golden Knights in overtime over the Sharks 4-3, and the Avalanche 2-1 over your Utah Mammoth. So just a brief, and then just quickly to the Diamond. Which again, the Jays don't play until Sunday, game 1 of the ALCS, so we won't spend too much time on baseball, but Cubs shutting out the Brewers from Wrigley for the W, forcing the game 5.
Fly the W.
Fly the W. Fly the W.
Fly whatever we're doing with the W. Yeah. The Brewers' best record in baseball this year.
Yeah, but it seems to me like a case of, the Dodgers too, like they 2-1 over the Phillies. And that was close. That was extras. They take that in 4. But don't give me the Dodgers Cubs NLCS. I want to see.
Too inevitable.
I know. I want to see.
I don't want that either.
We were talking last night. Like nobody hates the Brewers. Nobody hates the Mariners. Like you can't.
Well, because we don't really know them.
And they've never done anything.
They haven't done anything to hurt anyone.
It's fun and frisky to watch them kind of compete. And I don't. You can have your Dodgers and your Cubs. It was like when the Blackhawks and Kings were trading Stanley.
It's about eyeballs on the product, Eric.
Give me a Milwaukee Seattle World Series. I just want to watch. I just want to watch them squirm.
And the country tunes out.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And you know that we would tune. Well, obviously, once the Blue Jays are done, we're done.
Yeah. Well, that's just it there. Yeah. So, Cubs force a Game 5. That will go tomorrow, 6:08 from Milwaukee, and the Dodgers await the winner. Tigers Mariners, that goes later tonight, 6:08 from Seattle, Pitchers Park, T-Mobile. You heard Trev mention it. Tarek Skubal on the mound. I'm not feeling too confident.
Heavy West Coast air.
You're at sea level.
Your balls are not flying up.
No. So we shall see. Yeah. Should be interesting. Big sporting night in my house, as I will have my mother-in-law's partner as well in. So I'll have to navigate my sports viewing between the Riders, Argos, and Mariners, Tigers, and trying to keep the mood light and anecdotes.
Have you had a lot of interaction with the partner? I mean,
yeah. We get along well, but he's like a cowboy. Like he could care not about any of this stuff. Yeah. He's
Really?
Yeah. He's really off.
Like a true cowboy.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if have I met a true cowboy? I'm not sure.
He's pretty. Yeah. So anyways, I have to kind of like, hey, here's my sports. Here's where I watch my sports, and I have my little trinkets up, and he'll be like, oh yeah, you nerd. Yeah, like we couldn't be so further apart, but we actually get along. It's nice. Like it's nice to, that's the spice of life.
Yes.
You should.
God,
get out of your comfort zone and talk to people who aren't. I have to in this regard. I probably wouldn't if I didn't have to. But he's a good guy. I'm not trying to. I'm digging myself a hole here.
Yeah,
I want to get out. Please help me out.
Yes,
yeah.
I'll help you out.
Tigers Mariners tonight. The winner, of course, Jays ALCS Game 1 Sunday night, 6:00. Should be great as you're tucking into your Tom Turkey. Let's get into Wayne's crack pack for Wayne's sports cards here. Cool. And a very exciting one as well. I said, let's do hockey. We're doing hockey.
Yeah, you can't fight it, Eric. It's back. Hockey's back.
You get first overall. We got the OV 2023 Ice pack.
Yes.
You have the 2025 MVP, okay. Nate Dogg on the front. And then you got a Patty Waugh, 23-24 Parker's Champions.
I think I'll give that MVP a go.
The MVP with the Nate Dogg? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Would you like OV or Patty Waugh?
Give me Screaming Eagle.
Yeah, that's a thick pack too.
Yeah,
I think you got
you
some
bet
in
it
there.
is.
Yeah. So it's Wayne Sports Cards. New location, once again, right next to the Italian Center West End. So in that old liquor store block. They're right there. It's beautiful. They got the big signage up. You can't miss it. So if you are heading down to Wayne's, pop in an Italian Center. Vice versa, get into there as well. So let's crack these right now.
22, 23, by the way, just so you. If
Yeah.
So we're cracking
the
on
vintage
3?
there. Yeah. And get it right in the mic. Like people like to hear that. It's part of the fun of cracking a pack. Is
like it already.
Ooh, an Arbor Jekai. Oh, Evan Bouchard. Look at this, boys. He's dialed in. He's focused.
He's heading back to pick up that puck in front of Skinner.
He's coming in hard on Skinner here. That's with that.
Out of the gate.
Good
Jack
God.
Hughes. Hello.
Okay.
In the camera. Is that getting glare on the camera? Okay, there's Jack Hughes. That's a great shot. Highest paid player in the NHL, and for good reason.
Snap.
Oh,
Kaprizov.
Jeez, Dave, you're pulling.
That pack looks really cool.
It slaps.
I am not.
Arthur Kaliev, or as I call him, Art.
I've got Matthew Kessel from the Blues.
Not Phil?
Nick Suzuki is my big hit. It's a reflective card. Very
I'm
nice
going to
card.
take a run here at a Jakub Lako. The Bruins, are we familiar with his work?
Not familiar.
Fraser Minton, former Blade with the Bruins winner last night.
Look at this card. This is awesome. This is Cool Cuts, and this is Arbor Zcash, right?
Can I, man? Yeah, those are great.
Up. Nice.
Look at that puppy.
That's really cool.
God, that's
okay, what's coming in hot here? Oh, I get it. Okay. Oh, and look at this. This is Piotr
Yoder?
Koch- oh, he's a rookie for Carolina.
Is it the goaltender?
Yeah.
Kachetkov.
Kachetkov. Yeah, and I think he got hurt.
Already?
That's Jocelyn's our resident Canes fan. She was,
okay.
She was informing me last night, but Piotr. Yeah. They call him Big Pete.
This is a tough one.
What do you got here, Trev?
Former Oiler, now St. Louis Blue, Dylan Holloway.
Oh, it's Holloway. It could have been Broberg. That would have been easier, but it's got to be Holloway for you, hey?
Damn. Man.
Well, hey,
The one that got away, like Gretzky.
Slap that puppy. It'll be worth a lot.
Then I got JT Miller. Yeah, that's a quick turnaround. Look at that.
Yeah, okay. Your Rangers.
Rangers.
Jonathan Huberdeau.
Yeah. Big
Travis
Johnny.
Konechny, Yaroslav Askarov, Adam Fox, Brock Faber, and Jason Robertson. Not bad.
Amish Man 19 of the Nasty Chat. Who brought the Tim's cards in for LTE this morning? Look, as funny as it sounds,
I'm so disappointed in myself.
well, I like to make a pot of coffee when I show up in the morning. We have our coffee
I know
here.
that.
I like
Yeah.
the homemade.
Yes.
This morning, since it's Friday, I had a $5 in my wallet. I was like, I'll go down the block, go to Hortons, and I'll see about that. After waiting 15 minutes in the drive-through,
Jeez.
which is just, if you're going through a drive-through at this ungodly hour, just keep it to a coffee or a breakfast sandwich. Just
How is there a lineup at, what,
Well,
5 a.m. or just before?
Some dolt is ordering for the entire work site, and it's like, I'll have 100 Timbits, but I would like to pick. Like,
Oh, yes.
and I'll have
Yes,
10
yes.
fruity smoothies that you have to start up the machine. Like, if you're doing that, go inside. Coffee, breakfast sandwich, and or a donut or muffin or whatever. Keep it simple, keep it quick, keep that line moving. So I rip into there. There's 3 cars. The last car in line, who do I see but YouTube Trev? So I was
YTT.
flicking my brights at him. He didn't know it was me, so he's
I
getting
was
mad.
already ticked off. I've been in this thing for 15 minutes, man. I
I'm
got to do
outside.
sports updates. Yeah.
You're-
and I'm just like, I know Jamo comes here early,
yeah.
so I'm like,
I said I'll be by
I'm
5.
pretty flustered. I've been going to that Timmy's for, as long as I've been living in my new place for the last 5 months. Never had to wait that long. And so I'm already mad. Like, I was yelling. I was getting really flustered.
He arrived in ill humor today.
And then someone's just flashing their brights behind me. I'm like, what could you? I thought you were trying to honk at me. I thought it was a nice honk.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't go. Yeah. Where am I supposed to go?
You can't go anywhere. You're trapped.
Yeah, and then I'm paying, and I just hear LT just, hey. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
that makes it all better. And then I was in a good mood.
He didn't pay for my order, though. It's just kind of usually if you know somebody's behind you, you say, pay it forward. And
I know he's not a
he could have
rookie.
he could have asked, hey, what did the guy behind me? Because he knew it was me at this point. What did the guy behind me? Oh, just a coffee. But
I'm sorry. I already.
There is a protocol, right? Of that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but
so much was going through my mind.
no,
man.
I get it. And nobody was behind me, so I would not have to pay it forward. I could just zip on it. I'm just joking.
Well, I feel
but
bad.
I had to get that.
No, that's fair.
I pulled up and said, "Oh, I have to pay, do I?" Interesting. Keep that in the old bank. So, but long story short, no cards. I resisted temptation. I only had a $5. I got a little bit of change here, not enough to buy a pack. So there will be no cracking of the Hortons cards today. If they want us to crack cards, sponsor. I mean, we've already mentioned them enough here. I feel like we're.
So you're telling Tim's that they should email Dustin directly? Isn't that what he says?
We've been carrying water for this promotion for years.
I know you have.
We've spent ungodly amounts of money on this. Pay up. 780-218-9999. Once again, Nielson Show presented by Weiss Johnston. Hour 1 of the Nielson Show.
Brought to you by
Ewell, your power play specialists and partner in power. They have the gear you need for your next electrical project with 3 Edmonton area locations. And you can order online anytime at ewell.ca. Ewell, your Edmonton-based partner in power and source for all things electrical. So check in with Ewell. Once again, ewell.ca. And you know the jingle. It's catchy. It's fun. And they are too. The staff there is great. Check them out, ewell.ca. Hour 2 is on the way. Chris Johnston will be joining us here. He is your hockey insider analyst for this Friday. We'll have a Play Alberta early bird from Dustin Nielsen. That's good for the Italian center shop. Belichick at Unk. We'll get into that.
Unk.
And that'll lead into some football talk this side of the border. CFL, Jeff Hamilton from the CFL reporter. We'll go over the Week 19 slate, but specifically, he's in Bomberland. We'll get the latest on Winnipeg ahead of their game with the Elks tomorrow, 5 o'clock. And again, if you have some time tomorrow afternoon, prior to the game, if you're interested in going to the tailgate, lend a hand. Raise the barn, as we're calling it. The Raise the Barn promotion with EST.
Raise the Tent.
Zach will be tailgating down there if you want to lend a hand with him and sharing some jokes. You can get a Zonic off him. I'm sure he'll share a nicotine pouch with you. He's got a lot. He loves.
Oh, is he?
I'm just going to say right now. Yeah.
He likes a pinch.
He'll want to pinch
Double
if you want to
dipper.
pinch. Yeah.
Double dipper.
Yeah, a lip pillow, if you will.
Comes with
Oh,
it
he gets
too.
in there.
Yeah,
He's
man.
just loaded. It's like a mouth
Okay.
guard.
I was around in my time, with the Eskimos, a lot of chew guys. Is he one of the guys with the cup who leaves
You don't
it
need to spit
around?
this stuff.
Oh, no.
This is modern day. You don't even know what's
Gotcha.
happening. Yeah, it's in a contained pouch. It's all.
And you just put it back there like Tony Gwynn?
You can put it anywhere.
And let it go.
Yeah.
And let it go.
Anywhere.
Yeah. Okay.
So if you want to help Zach out at the tailgate,
Okay.
get in touch with
In
us,
my time,
780-218-9999, or in the nasty chat as well. Where else was I going here? Wanted to let you know just some housekeeping. Dustin will be at Subway. That's
Are you
next.
taking this on the road, this show, to the Subway, or is it one of his other
The
properties?
oil stream that he does with Tom Gazzola
Yes.
next Wednesday, October
Right.
15th. The Sunwapta Subway by our old stomping grounds there in the the area just west.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's all developed now.
So it says here, hey, join Tom and me, Dustin, at Subway Sunwapta, October 15th for the oil stream. You grab lunch. Here's the deal. Get a free 6-inch with any purchase.
Okay. That's good. It's a tremendous deal.
You can also fill out a ballot to win a $100 Subway gift card. 10170 186th Street. See you there.
And you can gaze across at the people that fired us,
Yes.
right?
And
Yes.
I'm not going to go in.
Oh, okay.
What's
Still
that?
bitter?
I'm better than that. Well, no,
Yeah.
I just don't want to. Then I might go off on a. I don't need to be. Polls going good on YouTube. Just killing some time here, really. 41% for Skinner.
Yeah.
29% for Pickard on who would you like to see start the crease tomorrow for the Oilers and Canucks. 23% for Gage and 6% now for the other. The other is really falling behind. And that could be anybody.
Louis Domingue.
Yeah, Anthony Stellars.
Yes.
Yeah. So Jason LaBarbera, if you will. But yeah, once again, thank you to Wayne's. That Zcash card is. You take that and put it in.
No.
Get it around the beer, which will be cracking later on in the third
Yes.
hour. Nielson Show presented by Weiss Johnson. Once again, your Train Home Comfort Specialists. 10% off any new Train furnace, air conditioner, or heat pump installation now till the end of October. Check them out. WJSportsTalk.com. That is the website you can go to today. And hour one, as mentioned, brought to you by Ewell, your power play specialists. The gear you need for your next electrical project. 3 Edmonton area locations. You can order online anytime at ewell.ca, your Edmonton-based partner in power and source for all things electrical. Chris Johnston on the way. Let's get to a sports update here with YouTube Trev. If you want to join us, the spots are filling up fast. I think we can get you, probably squeeze you in my room at this point for our Mexico trip in late February. I think I get a room to myself.
Are you doing the show from down there?
No. We made that mistake with the Las Vegas excursion, which was not a good idea.
Right.
Yeah, that was not good. Stoff joined us on the Hangout for one of those shows. He was walking through the hotel
That's right.
lobby, and saw it. Oh, he was strutting, baby. The hair was wet. The bull was going off.
So when you guys are in Mexico,
it's full off. Yeah, you might be here.
I
don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to make any sort of decision now. But
Right.
Expedia Cruises, though, if you want more information on that, Trev's got it here. Whether you're dreaming of crystal clear waters or exotic destinations, you can contact Chelsea LaBelle. She'll be on the trip as well. She's at Expedia Cruises, Northeast Edmonton. 780-970-4834 is that number. Trev with the update. Chris Johnston and TSN on the way. This is the Nielson Show presented by Weiss Johnson. Coming to you live from the Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen Studio here on EST, presented by Play Alberta.
Last night in the majors, the Dodgers get the job done, advancing to the NLCS after a 2-1 win over the Phillies in extra innings. They now await the winners of the Cubs and Brewers, who have a Game 5 action tomorrow. First pitch at 6:08, and just one game in the majors tonight where it's a winner-take-all matchup between the Tigers and Mariners. Tarek Skubal gets the mound for the Tigers, while the Mariners counter with George Kirby. First pitch at 6:08. The winner of this series will face the Blue Jays in the ALCS on Sunday night. Week 6 NFL action got underway last night. The Giants defeat the Eagles 34-17. Jackson Dart threw for 195 yards. Good enough for 1 touchdown, which sees the Giants' record improve to 2-4, and the Eagles fall to 4-2 on the season. Week 6 action continues on Sunday. It was a busy one last night in hockey with 14 games that dotted the schedule. The Jets fell in their home opener to the Stars 5-4. The Habs were all over the Red Wings 5-1. The Senators come back with a 5-4 win over the Lightning, and the Canucks open their season up with a 5-1 win over the Calgary Flames. No games in the NHL tonight, but the Oilers are back in action tomorrow when they welcome in the Vancouver Canucks. Be sure to tune in to Tom Gazzola for the GCL Diesel pre- and post-game shows starting at 7, right here on Edmonton Sports Talk. And sticking in hockey, the 5-2 Edmonton Oil Kings return from the road when they welcome in the Moose Jaw Warriors for a matinee matchup on Saturday. This one gets going at 2 p.m., and on the fields, the CFL Week 19 kicks off tonight. The 11-4 Rough Riders have a chance to lock up first in the West when they welcome in the 5-11 Toronto Argonauts. This one gets underway later today at 7 with Dustin Nielson on the call. And on Saturday, it's do or die for the Edmonton Elks when they welcome in the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Coverage begins at 4 with the Green and Gold kickoff show with Maddie and Milne, followed by game time at 5. Whether you're dreaming of crystal clear waters or exotic destinations, contact Chelsea LaBelle at Expedia Cruises in Northeast Edmonton to start planning your next cruise or vacation destination. Call 780-970-4834. I'm YouTube Trev. You're up to date.
All right, 7:05, hour 2 of the Nielson Show begins here. That's a little Block 57, block no C, just a K, with the track Burn Baby Burn as the synth pop, dark pop continues here on the Nielson Show. Hey, given it's the month of October, a little spooky sound. I'll get you where you need to go today. Dave Jamieson in for Dustin Nielsen. Dusty has the call tonight in Regina, Riders and Argonauts, and then he'll be back doing the Elks and Bombers game tomorrow at 5. Lieutenant Eric YouTube Trev here with you as well. We are coming to you live from the Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen Studio, where I got my chicken supper here from Wheels, $20 in gift card form, just how I wanted it. I'll be dining on that 3-piece deal for just $8. I can get a 8, 16, 20. So I pay $4 more. I could get
Why wouldn't you?
6, 9-piece chicken.
Live large.
Live large. Do it at Popeyes today. 780-218-9999. Once again, we're looking for your text of the day in the Paris Jewelers inbox. If you do have the best text, we'll be sending you to Royal Pizza. $20 in Royal Pizza credits will be yours. Deals at yards. Matt Hyman texts into the PJ's inbox. Can you ask Jeff Hamilton if he found any sweet deals at yard sales this summer? His true passion. We may have to get to that.
And you're a yard sale guy, right?
I don't mind sailing the seas of garage.
Sure.
Every once in a while. So we'll put that down. I like the personality, slice of life questions. We don't have to do all the business talk all the time, right?
Not all.
Chris Johnston will be joining us in a matter of minutes here. He is your GS Construction Hockey Insider. But I want to let you know as well, Hour 2 is brought to you by GameSense. When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed. Visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your GameSense. CJ, once again, will be joining us. Play Alberta early bird line of the day coming up midway through the hour. Also, that's good for the Italian Center Shop. And Jeff Hamilton joining us to round out the hour. We'll have his thoughts on Week 19 in the CFL. But if Chris is ready to go, I think we'll bring him in here from the green room. Once again, your hockey insider analyst, TSN's Chris Johnston. You can find his work up at The Athletic as well. GS Construction is hiring now. They're looking for experienced pipe layers, operators, top men, and superintendents. Visit gsconstruction.ca. GS Construction, serving your community for over 50 years. And Chris, as we bring you in here, I find myself saying it every week when Dusty's away and I talk to either one of you or Drigger or whomever. Lots can happen in a week. Certainly, we were talking about Knobloch extension last Friday. Seems like eons ago now. But let's just start with the big one. Of course, the McDavid extension. Your thoughts, the term, the money, and of course, we can't forget the fume coming out of your neck of the woods in that area in Toronto and all the other fan bases that thought they had a crack at him here.
Yeah, I don't know how much fume there was. I don't know if people started to believe it or how much they did, but certainly, look, I mean, I don't see how this isn't a fantastic way to start the season for the Oilers. Just the fact that became a talking point, a story, a focal point. I don't know what would have happened had Connor decided to take any longer, but the good news is no one has to find out. And the fact that the number landed where it didn't just surprise, those of us on this call. I think, everyone I spoke to this week in hockey, whether they're agents or other teams' executives, that they did not see that kind of accommodation made, I guess I'd say, by McDavid. So, it doesn't really change anything, I don't think, in the sense that, of course, a team that's been to 2 straight Stanley Cup finals, they've been operating in an all-in manner for a while now, and they would have been even without this contract. But I do think it just focuses, the things for Jeff Jackson and Stan Bowman. And, we've already seen now a couple other extensions signed, right after the McDavid deal. They got Roslovic done this week. So, I just think it's full steam ahead trying to win a Stanley Cup.
Chris, were you surprised at all that a guy like Jack Roslovic, 22 goals last year, was still out there? And it sounded, based on what Bowman was told the media, that they'd been in conversation, but Roslovic can play.
He can play. I mean, he scores 22 goals, as you mentioned, but, he also had a decent number of even strength points last year. Like those weren't sometimes points and goal totals can be somewhat empty calories, just with power play usage and the like. But, in Jack Roslovic's case, he was a productive player for the Hurricanes. And, his is just one of those ones. I do think every couple of years you see a player fall through the cracks in free agency. I do know on July 1st this year that he had real offers. It wasn't like nobody didn't want him, but I think he was maybe at that time pushing for a little more. And then all of a sudden, players get signed and cap space gets eaten up and you're in a bit of a waiting game. And, ultimately, I think that was tough on him. He switched agents. You can only imagine waiting that long, especially coming off a season where you performed as he did for a job and to get all the way through camps before you're making your call. Ultimately, when it came to this week, he did still have a couple different options on 1-year deals, and he had to take a little less money to come to Edmonton, which just seems to be the theme of the week. I guess maybe that was started by Connor McDavid, but in this case, it's just about cap management and for him a chance to play on a top team and have another great season and probably looking to cash in a little more next July 1st.
He's a flexible player as well, sticking with Roslovic. Where would you see him, I guess, this minute factoring in, like a middle six type of thing, but center, wing, like where would you kind of parachute him in to this Oilers roster ahead of tomorrow's game with Vancouver?
I would imagine you start him a little lower in the lineup just because there's a bit of an unknown there. I mean, obviously he's been training and skating, but, hasn't been in a team environment just yet.
Yeah.
And I think, he's probably going to be a winger most of the season, but what's nice is that he's played a lot of center and in the NHL. And so if injuries arise throughout the year or just, you need to move things around. I think I kind of see it as like a tool in his toolkit, but probably not the main thing that Edmonton's brought him in for. So, in a world where, which I know isn't the case at this moment, but when you have McDavid and Draisaitl playing separately, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if he's one of the wingers on one of those two lines when it gets to that point in time. But, for now, just start him lower, ease him in and get him comfortable before you're putting too much on his plate.
Chris, I don't know if there was a team last year that had more off-ice issues hanging over it than Vancouver. There's been a complete reset there, new head coach. Some players have changed out and in, and they've got a healthy Demko, at least at this point. Expectations reasonable or not in Vancouver for where they'll be at the end of the season?
Well, I think reasonable if we're talking about, making the playoffs. I don't think this season starts with anyone considering them, a true cup contender at this moment. But, they're also a front office. I know that, understands that they probably need to add another impact forward if they can find one. The trade market around the league's been frozen now for a couple months. It's just been hard for any team looking to get business done that way to find fits out there. But, I think that the last year should be seen as sort of an anomaly, or one of those years maybe where everything kind of collided and went wrong at the same time and they weren't able to put it back together. But, another thing that happened is after that season, you had a guy like Brock Besser who looked destined for free agency, chose to stay. Really it's his team. It's Quinn Hughes' team. It's Elias Pettersson's team now. I mean, they traded JT Miller away, not Pettersson. And we know all about sort of the work environment that was going on with them. So, I think if anything, they've handed it back to these guys that have, turned them from where they were prior to that. I mean, those players have had success individually and at least modest success as a team. And, it's up to them to push them back into that conversation where, I think management can add to the picture and try to have them eventually be seen as a cup contender.
NHL insider from The Athletic and TSN, Chris Johnston, joining us this morning. Dave Jamieson, Lieutenant Eric. It's brought to you by GS Construction. Just going back to the other night, and of course, you work in this country, Chris, and you're familiar with most of the markets and the temperature in some of them, especially when you've been to back-to-back finals. When you blow a 3-0 lead against your provincial rival and fall in a shootout, we all know the talk about the goaltending here, Stuart Skinner specifically. Pets' heads were falling off yesterday, but getting to the goaltending position, and that seems to be the one box. I mean, the Wallman, the Ekholm extensions, I think were tidy pieces of business as well last week. But it's always the goaltending. And, the goal, Philp, kind of bad bounce there, a pinball-esque type of thing. The bar goal, the high stick, which a lot of people argue, okay, whatever. I mean, those two. But then the Bouchard mix-up to start the third. And it seems when it's Stuart Skinner being talked about, it's not necessarily his whole body of work, but just that situation, that one or two moments during a game. What are your thoughts, or what's your sense on, we ran a poll this morning. 30 to 40% wants Skinner to start tomorrow, but there's already talk about Pickard, and we know Pickard can play. But where do you kind of come out on this very, very early days in terms of how much leash Stuart Skinner should have, given his performance or lack thereof in the game number one?
Well, I'll say this. I don't know what the coaching staff is going to do or how they would view it at this point. But my opinion is you go back to Skinner. I mean, the stakes are low, right? I mean, if you lose game 2 of the season, I get it. Nobody's happy. But, I think that there's got to be a bigger picture in mind. And, I would want to put him back in there and give him a chance sort of to atone or to show that isn't who he is. And then I think what's so challenging, not just with Stuart Skinner, I mean, look, it's hard to be a goaltender in a market like Edmonton where there is so much focus on everything that happens and the expectations, understandably, are extremely high for the team. Stuart Skinner's had such great runs of play and then he's also lost his job at key points of the season, and then got it back. And so he's a hard player to identify. It's almost like a funhouse mirror. You can see what you want to see. I mean, if you want to decide that he can't, that this is going to be a disaster, well, you can point to one or two things over the last few seasons. But I think if you want to be a little more charitable to the guy, he's also played some damn good games. I mean, I think of, the first series with Dallas in the Western Final, I guess 2024, that clinching game. I can't remember what the shots were, but I know the Oilers didn't have very many of them, and it was a tight score, and they got through with him in net. So I mean, you can sort of find what you want to find here, and the truth is, this is going to be a talking point because Stuart Skinner doesn't have a contract for next season. Calvert Pickard doesn't have a contract for next season. Even Connor Ingram, who I realize is just a bit of a flyer, see what he is, but they brought him in sort of as their number 3. He doesn't have a contract. I mean, goaltending is not settled in Edmonton. I mean, it doesn't mean anything has to happen at all this season, but you look at the free agent list of goalies already for 2026. There's not a lot of options. I mean, that's why Anthony Stolar's got an extension in training camp in Toronto, and you saw Gustafsson in Minnesota, the same thing. I mean, if you have a goalie that you kind of like in this league, GMs are just signing them right now because they don't even want to risk being in the situation Edmonton could be in. So I just think it's a fact of life. It's going to be a focus. And, obviously the Oilers internally believe Skinner's their number 1 guy. I think you have to treat him that way. You have to give him some runway. And I say that while acknowledging if it doesn't go well in game 2, what are you going to be talking about the next day? All the focus is right back on him.
Chris, I don't know if you were able to catch much of the Jets and Stars. Winnipeg doesn't win last night, but in a sense they did because Jonathan Toews was out there. And I don't know what you thought of what he was able to do in his first game in like 900 days. But it's a great story, however it ends up.
Yeah, I mean, even honestly, just seeing the ovation, I was imagining being in Jonathan's sort of shoes that way, his skates. I mean, obviously I can't, but this guy for sure thought at points his career was over. He spent part of his time in Costa Rica, surfing. We all know about he went to India and sought those unique treatments. Like this guy has had a journey from when he last was in an NHL game to skating out on the ice on opening night in his hometown and getting that kind of ovation. And he's obviously worked really hard to physically get to a point where he can, be in an NHL game. I think it's going to take a little patience with him in terms of what we see on the ice. And frankly, the Jets, to me, this is a signing you make it because he wants to come to you. I mean, it's almost like, it's like you're buying a nice car at Christmas, or, it's like you just worry about the price later. You worry about the only thing that matters is you get him. And then they obviously want him for playoff time. I mean, they've had 2 really good regular seasons the last few years, and then it's gotten a little wobbly when they've gotten into the playoffs. And some of that obviously has fallen on their goaltender, Connor Hellebuck, especially last season. I'm not saying that Jonathan Toews can cure a goalie who's struggling, but I think you're bringing him in for leadership, for confidence, for his experience. And so I think this is an investment that the Jets want to pay off in April and May, and they'll live with the idea that it could be a tough start to the year there, right? Adam Lowry is out for a while still after his hip surgery. You've got Toews essentially right now as their second line center playing hockey for the first time in 900 days. I mean, he's not what he was. He's 37 as well. So I think that they're going to try to patch it together, get healthy, and then be able to draw on what he can do best once he really gets up and running.
And correct me if I'm wrong, Chris, but you were in attendance for Game 2, Jays Yankees on last Sunday. Was that the one you were going to, or? Yes,
I went Sunday. It's my voice is still hoarse like 5 days later. Like, that was
good.
It was honestly, I don't go to a lot of sporting events where I'm not working nowadays, and it kind of reminded me how fun sports can be. We had a crazy, unseasonably a warm day here. Like it was like 25 in October. The dome was open. Obviously, you get Savage had his crazy outing, the Vladdy Grand Slam, and a bunch of other homers. And I had a couple cold pops and just yelled my lungs off.
And you'll be there Sunday, I assume, Game 1 ALCS as well?
I will not, only because of turkey responsibilities here. I'm going to be out of town with some family, but I did get tickets to Game 6 of the ALCS. if it goes that far. And yeah, I mean, I'm not going to go to every game. The credit card can only take so much, but I'm gonna get there as much as I can because it's been a long time coming. Really, almost a decade since they were in the LCS, and I was a little kid when they were last in the World Series. If they can manage to stretch it there.
You'll have enough time to recoup that voice probably between now and Game 6. Carve it up this weekend, Chris. Happy Thanksgiving to you and yours, man, and appreciate the time once again.
Same to you guys. Have a great day.
Thanks, Chris.
There you have it. Hockey Insider, TSN, The Athletic, Chris Johnston. You know him, you love him. Brought to you by GS Construction. They're hiring now. They're looking for experienced pipe layers, operators, top men, and superintendents. You can visit gsconstruction.ca. GS Construction, serving your community for over 50 years. Your thoughts on everything that he laid out? McDiesel asks, stop stuffing in the nasty chat. I think that's Dusty's. He was saying yesterday he likes the boxed.
Oh, yeah.
Like boxed stuffing, boxed.
It's okay.
Scalloped potatoes, boxed turkey.
Trev went to the Nasties and asked their help for the tent raising.
Well, let's just revisit that quickly too.
We'll come back to that. I'm okay in the kitchen. I can do, I get stuff done. I can get around.
You can heat up your bacon
what I've
bits.
never really mastered is making my own gravy. And some people knock, those things out very easily, and it's no problem.
Yeah, I can make it.
Okay.
But it lacks and has absolutely no flavor to it.
Well, then.
You get a visual of gravy. You get the consistency of gravy. I make a good gravy.
I'd love to learn how to do that.
But the taste just lacks. It's
like a false gravy.
It's like water. There's no taste. No, but it's seriously, it's thick, it's brown, it's the whole bit.
Sure.
But and you need, I feel the taste is kind of an important touch.
I would say it's central to the whole exercise.
Yeah. So. I can't help you there.
So I don't know how people would get me a gravy recipe.
You got to make a roux. You got to make a roux. That's
roux.
You got to really get that roux going, and then you're.
It's been a while since I've heard roux. Yeah.
But once again, you brought up tailgating, Trev. Thanksgiving.
Yeah, put it out to the people again. For those who missed it
you are
earlier.
required to mention this. What?
Yeah.
6 times per hour, I think.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So Nasties, obviously, it's Elks this weekend as they welcome in the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, and it's tailgating. Tailgating season is still here, and it's actually the chili cook-off at tailgating. So if you're going down. I'm planning on going home for Thanksgiving. I haven't since I've been in the city. 3 years since I've missed. Last year, sidetrack, I had Thanksgiving with my roommates for the first time, and I butchered the turkey, the stuffing, everything.
In a good way, or
no, man, it was terrible. It was the worst Thanksgiving meal I've ever had. It
really?
Sucked. It was so embarrassing, and I was so flustered. So. More reason why I kind of want to go home this weekend to have some, my stepdaddy makes unbelievable turkey and stuffing as well. So, yeah, I want to make it back home, but I can only do that if Nasties will help Zach's pitch a tent at the tailgate.
Yes.
And, I
know you can't go if nobody, is that kind of okay?
Yeah, so I can't
this is
go.
really, it's not just...
There's extra meaning around your request.
There is
today
a little bit.
Help. Yeah.
I feel bad for
Send
asking.
Trevor home for Thanksgiving. Apply today.
That's how you position this
to help.
trip.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you want to send me home,
Send him home.
Zach just needs help pitching up that tent.
And Zach can do. You don't even need to. All you need to really do is it's a supervisory role.
Yeah.
With Zach. Zach will do the work.
As far as the tailgating goes, Zach, I kind of watch Zach. I make sure Zach's doing the job.
Sure, yeah.
I supervise
It's a babysitting
Zach.
gig.
It is. It is a little bit. But Zach, he's just unreal at the tailgates. He gets going and he says hey to everyone.
He's
that
a social
comes by.
butterfly.
He absolutely is. But if any nasties are, obviously don't go out of your way to go to, but if you're there and you see Zach struggling, help him out. That's all I ask.
So again, apply today, 780-218-9999, Paris Jewelers inbox if you want to help out at the tailgate. And send YouTube Trev home for Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Text that into the Paris Jewelers inbox. Or get in on the nasty chat too. It would go a long way in helping him out and helping us out and Zach out at the tailgate. Want to let you know, hour 2 of the Nielson Show is brought to you by GameSense. When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed. Visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your GameSense. We are live on iHeart, YouTube, 95.7 Cruise FM as well. Big hello to everybody out there. And if you are watching this morning on YouTube, smash that thumbs up. We are approaching 200. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Popeye's Louisiana Kitchen Studio. we're coming to you from, as I mentioned, I've got my chicken dinner. Might redeem it this weekend for Thanksgiving. Let's get into your Play Alberta early bird special today. And Play Alberta, once again, I was talking to some people at Sully's Sports Bar and Lounge last night. They're having some issues with the app and or website. If you do have any issues logging in, payment-wise, anything such as that, talk to us. Come to us. Email Dustin at edmontonsportstalk.com. We will pass your request off. We'll fast track it to the front of the queue, top of the line, and you'll get the service you need, because we want to make sure that this company, who are very gracious sponsoring us and presenting Edmonton Sports Talk, they want to work with you, and they want to make this experience as easy and enjoyable for you as possible. So if you're having any issues right now, either with payment money, logging in, any of those administrative things, let us know. We will get you in touch, and we'll get it solved. We'll get it figured out. So if you're having any problems, please don't hesitate. Don't be shy. Reach out, and they want to make it work for you. Let's get into the CFL here, and it starts tonight with the Paper Tiger Saskatchewan Roughriders. Dave,
I asked you before the show, I believe, when was the last time the Saskatchewan Roughriders won the West? And do we have...
I think it was Ken Miller days.
Middle of the 2000s?
I was drunk a lot during that time, and I don't recall. I remember they were good, and I was enjoying it, but I don't really, it's one of those things. So anyways, I do believe it was sometime back then. Yeah. Riders Argos tonight. Okay. Let's dive into the main course, and that is Elks and Bombers. The Bombers right now, -3.5. So you can get the Elks at +3.5 right now. Bombers -204 on the money line, over under 53.5 as well. I know you have a history with the organization.
I do.
Bias aside, where do you land on this one? Do you like them covering the 3.5? Do you like them winning outright? Or is it just going to be like the Bombers?
They'll cover.
Okay. But not necessarily. Because I know the Lions are kind of the sexy pick right now. Bombers too are like, if you have a healthy Caleros, anything is possible.
And
at the defense.
Yes. Winnipeg is, what they've been able to cobble together a decent sort of redemption story here in this season.
It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
It did not look good.
Yeah. You get into the dance here, as we all know with the CFL. And, I mean, really, right now for them, I know Montreal's got Davis Alexander back. They will be better than they were during the summer months.
Yep.
But Winnipeg's path to the Grey Cup might be through the East this season. And you go to Montreal, knock off the Alouettes, then you have to go to Hamilton,
And it's hard for a team that is hosting the Grey Cup, because there's a lot riding on you being in the Grey Cup.
In a market like that as well.
Oh, yeah.
There will be a lot of noise emanating out of Winnipeg. So I don't know what the easier path is. I mean, none of them I really don't think are either going to Montreal, Hamilton, or one of, Calgary, BC, and Regina. Although Winnipeg taking on the Riders in Regina for a West final would be a delicious event, but Winnipeg makes it in the East. You could get a Riders Bombers Grey Cup as well. Just saying that
wouldn't be the
from
worst
Winnipeg.
thing.
That would be. So, anyways, lots to discuss there.
Will that divide our country?
The middle part.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there'll be like a
sort of fracture.
Yeah, but each side will be taking on like the bandwagons will be huge. You have to pick one.
Oh yeah,
like you got to you got to settle out on one.
Yeah, I kind of like the sound of a west sort of west.
Much like a Grey Cup ending on a Rouge, still haven't had with all the crossovers and how bad the East has always been, we've still never had it. We've come close, but it's never actually happened. The Red Blacks, they are 13.5-point dogs in Montreal.
And they should be.
Do you like the Alouettes to cover?
Yes, I really like the Alouettes to cover.
That's a...
Yeah, and that number could be higher. Probably
should be higher. Okay,
should be higher.
Hey.
I think they're being very kind.
Well, it might move. So get on it right now. 13.5. You could get a bargain here. Alouettes at home against the Red Blacks. That is Thanksgiving Monday, 11 o'clock kickoff. But Dustin Nielson again has the call tonight. Regina, Riders, Argos, and he will be back here for the Elks and the Bombers tomorrow. A crucial game for the Elks as they need to win by 14 to capture the season series over Winnipeg. Of course, the Bombers winning game one of the series earlier in the season by 13. So 14 is the magic number. Tough to beat the Bombers. Mm-hmm. Beating the Bombers by 14.
What's the weather for tomorrow? Do we have a forecast?
It's going to be chilly.
Okay.
You get it?
Because
the chili cook-off. Yeah. So 9 degrees. Look,
Handful
this
of
is
me.
football weather.
Oh, yeah.
We're 19 today, so it's going to be. You can probably have a patio beer if you want today, but tomorrow you put on that sweater. Football weather. The pads will be cracking.
Yeah.
You got to love it. 9 degrees. And also mention this, I guess, as we're talking about the tailgate. And once again, send Trevor home for Thanksgiving. Lend a hand. Pitch a tent down at the tailgate with Zach.
Takes a village.
Pitch a tent for Zach down at the tailgate. Let us know if you want to assist Zach in setting up the EST tent, 780-218-9999, or in the nasty chat. But it's the Elks Tailgate Chili Cook-Off. That's happening Saturday. Brought to you by the Turf District, friends of EST. You need a barbecue and Edmonton Sports Talk. Fans can head down to Lot B, 2 o'clock, to experience the 3rd annual event, to taste some chili and cast their votes for your favorite chili. Judges will be posted at Lot B along with the ballots and voter boxes. Of course, you won't be there, Trev, but if you are there, please vote. That's part of the chili contest. You taste the chili, then you vote on the chili.
That's how it works, Trev.
It's very important how that a fan vote and a judge's vote will decide who wins 2 separate prize packs. The judge's vote awarding the trophy. Winners will be announced October 24th at the final tailgate of the regular season. So get down there. It's a great time. The chili is great. If you are no stranger to the tailgates, you'll know that the cooking down there is always awesome. And they bring it for the chili cook-off as well. So 2 o'clock, Lot B, that's where it's going on. I don't know, our dear friend Matthew Iwanek.
Yes.
When he gets on an opinion, he just kind of...
Oh, he's dogged.
He crushes it like an eagle talon with a nut.
Yeah.
But he professes that chili, there should be no beans in chili. No kidney beans, no lima, no nothing, no beans. So last year for this cook-off,
Does that not limit you in terms of what you can do?
His chili last year was like a bolognese spaghetti sauce. Like it was meat gravy. That's his idea of a chili.
Was it good? Surprisingly, yes, but it was it's a beefy bolognese.
Yeah, give me some pasta.
Would you like some beefy bolognese?
Yeah, do you got to use spaghetti with that? Like, I'm sorry, you can't. I understand I'm not, if you don't like beans, I get it. Everybody has their own taste.
Oh, is that his issue? Is that
beans should be in chili?
Legumes
not
are not his thing?
No, he's not.
Legumes are not his thing?
They are certainly not. So
good fiber there. He's missing out on good fiber.
I personally think the bean makes the chili, and the more the merrier. So, but you have your say at the cook-off tomorrow, 2 o'clock, Lot B. Let's get to a sports update here. YouTube Trev's got it for the fine folks at Park Mazda and dealer principal Mitch Lewicki, where his chili is strictly beans. There's no meat. It's just, he goes the opposite direction.
Right.
Beans and vegetables, and then a little bit of sauce in seasoning, of course, which we found out is very important in dishes of all kinds. We'll be back. That's good for the Italian Center. And Jeff Hamilton, CFL reporter, on the way to get us set for Week 19. It is the Nielson Show, presented by Weiss Johnson. And we are coming to you live from Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen Studio. EST, as always, this was your early bird presented by Play Alberta. Trev's got the update here.
Last night in the majors, the LA Dodgers got the job done, punching their ticket to the NLCS with a 2-1 win over the Phillies in extra innings. They'll now wait to see who advances between the Cubs and Brewers, who square off in Game 5 tomorrow. First pitch at 6:08. Just one game in the MLB slate tonight, and it's a winner-take-all showdown between the Tigers and Mariners. Tarek Skubal gets the start for Detroit, while Seattle counters with George Kirby. First pitch for that one is also at 6:08. The winner of that series will move on to face the Blue Jays in the ALCS starting Sunday night. In the NFL, Week 6 kicked off last night with the Giants taking down the Eagles 34-17. Jackson Dart threw for 195 yards and a touchdown, improving New York's record to 2-4, while Philadelphia drops to 4-2. Week 6 action continues this Sunday, and on the ice, it was a busy night around the NHL with 14 games on the schedule. The Jets dropped their home opener 5-4 to the Stars. The Canadiens rolled over the Red Wings 5-1. The Senators stormed back to edge the Lightning 5-4. And the Canucks opened their season with a dominant 5-1 win over the Flames. No games tonight in the NHL, but the Oilers are back in action tomorrow when they host the Canucks. Catch all the coverage with Tom Gazzola on the GCL Diesel pre- and post-game show starting at 7 right here on Edmonton Sports Talk. In the WHL, the 5-2 Edmonton Oil Kings return home to take on the Moose Jaw Warriors for a Saturday matinee. Puck drop is set for 2. And finally, Week 19 in the CFL kicks off tonight as the 11-4 Rough Riders look to lock up first in the West when they host the 5-11 Toronto Argonauts. Kickoff for this one is at 7 with Dustin Nielson on the call. And on Saturday, it's do or die for the Edmonton Elks as they welcome in the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Coverage begins at 4 with the green and gold kickoff show with Maddie and Milne. Game time at 5. The sports update brought to you by the great staff at Park Mazda and dealer principal Mitch Lewicki, who says he'll help Zach pitch a tent at the tailgate.
Hi there. If you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury, even though there's absolutely no way you could afford it. And if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching a button. Thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda. I like to picture Mitch Lewicki as newborn 8-pound, 6-ounce Mitch Lewicki. You can picture grown-up Mitch, or teenage Mitch, or bearded Mitch, or whoever you want.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life in Sherwood Park off Y Road, parkmazda.ca.
Give me more of that.
The Void. You love the Contra Void.
I do like Contra Void.
That is, yeah. Canadian act as well. Little CanCon for you. Contra Void now resides in LA, but a solo act here on your Dance Party Friday. Dave Jamieson in for Dustin Nielson. Lieutenant Eric YouTube Trev with you as well on the Nielson Show, presented as always by Weiss Johnson. Weiss Johnson. Whoa.
Yeah.
Train home comfort specialists for nearly 50 years. You can get 10% off any new Train furnace, AC, or heat pump installation from now until the end of October. Bundle a furnace with an AC or heat pump, and you get 25% off the package price. Get your home comfortable now for all seasons with Weiss Johnson and Train. Train, it's hard to stop a train. Visit wjsportstalk.com for more info on that. 780-218-9999, Paris Jewelers inbox. This text, and I love it, first ever time where you lads just playing some Contra Void.
We were,
as I just said. But first text, that must be from a Cruise listener on 95.7 Cruise FM, or maybe the iHeart TuneIn Radio app or on YouTube. But yes,
the above.
That was the Void. Don't avoid the Void. You love the Void, and we love the Void as well. Popeye's Louisiana Kitchen Studio. I've got my chicken supper from Atif. I thank him for that. Atif always pays his bets, albeit 3 weeks late. But I got the chicken in gift card form, which is nice.
Sometimes there are extenuating circumstances why someone doesn't have their payment, whatever it may be.
Yeah, but not in this case. Not in this case, though.
Okay. Well, I was giving him an out.
No, there is no out. There is no out.
Okay.
Let's get to that's good for the Italian Center shop. A little Schadenfreude, I think. Is that the proper pronunciation of the word?
Sure.
I think this is where we're going with this. I want to.
Yeah.
You don't like seeing people fail, but some cases you kind of it can be a little delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah. Much like a Massimo Heat and Serve meal, made fresh daily, ready for you to take home. Heat and Serve at the Italian Center. You can get individual or family size. Skip out on the turkey if it's too much for you this weekend. Go there, get some pizzas, get some of these take and bake pastas, and or the sandwich, the hot and spicy, the mild, whatever. Cut them up. Just have an assortment of cheeses, meats. I mean, that
lay it out there for people.
Had it at the wedding. You were at the wedding, right? Like the small sandwiches is perfect.
Absolutely.
Everybody loved it. So that's good. Italian center Bill Belichick.
Oh. Well,
you and I exchanged a DM on
yes, we did
on X on the X.
Oh yeah.
Ollie Connolly, former college football scout, and he had a bit of a thread here, but I'll just go through it. Per sources, he says, and this was 2 days ago, and this could have changed. I know TSN's got a bit of a blurb on it right now, but I think they're just running off of this. Bill Belichick has discussed buyout options with North Carolina's hierarchy. Belichick has signaled a willingness to trigger his own $1 million buyout if he can find a soft landing with another team or in media. Ollie goes on to say, members of Belichick's coaching staff have already spoken to other schools that are expected to be in the college football playoff about taking on roles during the postseason. From one coach, quote, "The rats are leaving the ship," end quote. Some staffers believe a change will come within 2 weeks. Reports of serious recruiting violations remain under investigation at UNC. Recruiting and practice violations have already been proven by the school, according to multiple sources. Like he's not in a good spot. Using recruit violations to knock down a coach's buyout has become a standard practice. So they're showing their work in terms of if Belichick cannot find a landing spot to trigger his own buyout, he's expected to accept a greatly reduced compromised rate. Belichick's communication with the staff in the past 2 weeks has been described as, quote, weird and distant.
Like this.
End quote, by multiple members of UNC's coaching staff. Multiple coaches were unable to get a hold of him during UNC's bye week.
Oh, that's right. And he was seen walking hand in hand, which he's entitled to do.
He's in love.
Cape Cod or something.
Yeah. The tweet thread finishes up here. From one UNC defensive assistant, quote, "What we've done to these kids is effed up," end quote.
Oh.
So now you're talking about the student body, the kids.
The people you've been entrusted to lead and, develop into football players or people or whatever.
Again,
student athletes.
I love to see success stories in sport. I'm a generally happy guy, I have a happy demeanor. But this story, I mean, did anybody...
Did you really want Belichick to succeed?
No, but nobody... We all kind of... Not that we saw this specific case coming.
Not...
And again, if students were led astray or all that, I get it. I'm not wishing harm on people, but the whole Belichickian coming from a Bills fan, having to, all the Spygate and the hoodie and his attitude,
But you could have...
I like it.
He could have stepped away from the NFL, not done the media thing, left.
You don't need him
in the
media.
think, unimpeachable what he achieved as a head coach in the National Football League.
Yeah, sure.
Right?
Yeah.
You can argue the greatest or very close to it of all time. Full stop. Do nothing else and just exist as Bill Belichick. Could he not have done that? Like, was there a compelling need to go and become, as he said, the 33rd team?
Get back on campus.
NFL team.
Yeah. And we know, like, the experiment of either trying to, whether it's Saban going from college to NFL or vice, like, you can't, you
not
can't,
always transferable.
Well, it really isn't. They're two different worlds. It's the same sport, but there are certain ways of leading men or leading guys that are looking to become men. In that sense,
it takes a much different approach to scream at a millionaire than it does to scream a Joel coach, mentor,
or even between an owner or an AD or whatever the case is. So. Anyways, I just thought, again, I wanted to bring that up. I wanted to read that thread aloud.
And the whole thing with his girlfriend is, I think, now maybe the least interesting part of this story. Like, I don't care about
what he does.
That,
No.
Sort of tabloid stuff.
Just because they were on a bye week.
And what's funny? Michael Lombardi, who I interviewed at another time and place, is the, for lack of a better term, I guess, the GM of that program. And he's a guy with chops and has apparently made a mess of things.
And Chris Jones still,
I believe, he's
consulting.
Sure, he's
as a Tar Heel. UNC falling to Clemson last weekend, 38-10. They are on a bye. They will visit Cal next Friday. So, and then they get number 19 Virginia at home. It was a 2-week window there in the report. So I just wanted to read that aloud and
it's a great thread.
Tap dance on the the fleeting career at UNC for one Bill Belichick. 7:46. We'll stick with football now. Head out to Winnipeg. Gentleman that was gracious enough to. He says he's always up early, and we still have the yard sale question for him from Matt Hyman.
Sure we do. Yes.
Yeah, we kind of because slice of life. I mean, it's always fun to do that. But we will start here. Jeff Hamilton joins us out in Bomberland, of course. CFL reporter. Also, talking a bit of hockey. We'll throw some Jets at him. We can touch them all here with Jeff. Welcome back to the program, Jeff. Thanks again for the time this morning. Whoa. Let's just start Week 19 tonight. Riders have a chance to wrap up things in the West. I'm kind of feeling they're a bit paper tigerish right now with the, anemic offense and a banged up defense. But they do get an Argonauts team now officially out. Deggy will be starting under center. Will they get it done tonight down in Regina with the Obsidian jerseys?
You have to think that's going to be the case. I mean, I think, but at the same time, anyone who's been paying attention to these Riders knows that they haven't really played great football for the last month. Yep. So, and that's kind of what's blown up this West Division. So I think I'm with you, and the Vegas odds makers are certainly with you. I believe it's at 10.5 points here. So we're talking a double-digit predicted win. I don't think anybody's putting much, cards on Toronto now as they shift their focus to 2026, right? It's not just about, who's playing quarterback. I know we're not going to see Chad Kelly. That feels official now, but it's really about, anyone who's got, we all know at this point of the season, gentlemen, you two included, that we're all feeling a little sore right now. Can you imagine the boys out on the field? I mean, anyone who's has been playing through something probably isn't going to be playing as much. So all those things, when you consider the two very different focuses of these two teams, I don't know how the Riders don't get the job done again, whether or not they can cover a 10.5 point spread. Anyone who's betting out there, if there's anything been about this Riders team, they've allowed teams to come back. So to predict an 11+ victory, that might be up there. But at the same time, again, these two teams are in very different directions, and the Riders should win this one handedly.
And I wasn't going to go here, but you brought it up. Chad Kelly, hey? He was chosen in our 4-man CFL fantasy draft at the beginning of the season. Obviously not scheduled to participate, but Matthew Iwanek thought it would be a sly play later on. There were some weeks during the summer where it's like, oh, he's on the practice field. He might dress tonight. We were always so close, but we never got that over the line. Can you shed any more light on this, or when or if we'll ever see him again?
Somewhat surprising, Matt picked him up. But moving on to the question, I would say that, I think with the Chad Kelly saga, it really was I don't think we have an answer, guys, because I think the answer changed a whole bunch of times throughout the season, right? I mean, just look at the clues, right? He was never added to the 6-game injured list off the bat. He was on the 1-game injured list for the first 6, 7, or whatever amount of weeks before they finally put him on the 6th game, which told you that, he wasn't going to come back probably within, a couple weeks, but it allowed him to hit, practice at week 4 and get that, get those things, that would have been game 6. It allowed him practice week to week and slowly move onto the field, even though he wasn't taking first team reps all the time. So, they thought that he would be coming back. Clearly he had a setback in his rehab, which added him to the 6-game list. But then it threw a major wrench into it when he teased it on social media, saying he was going to come back in week 15 after their bye week. And you're like, okay, I guess he's back. And of course that blew up. That social media post has since been deleted. And I think if you're the Toronto Argonauts who's chasing a playoff spot, we all know they got officially eliminated last week. I do think we probably see Chad Kelly at some point, even if that would be the playoffs, because Ryan Dinwiddie, look, I think Ryan Dinwiddie's one of the best coaches in the game right now. I don't think he looks at Nick Arbuckle's season and thinks that Nick Arbuckle is some gem in the CFL. I think he looks at his system and knows he can get that out of anybody. So I do think Chad Kelly would come back this year, but that's not a guarantee either. And if that wouldn't be the case, just going into a season where you were defending Grey Cup champions, you've won 2 Grey Cups in the last 3 years. And I'm not saying that teams think this way, but you win the Grey Cup this year and people are talking about a potential dynasty in Toronto. So to kind of fall flat on your face in this way and really have it start from the beginning with your quarterback maybe playing, maybe not playing, and ultimately not, turned into a bit of a circus. So that's all the insight I can provide on that.
Jeff, Winnipeg here Saturday. How do you characterize this season And the job that Mike O'Shea has done, and you used the term dynasty and applying it to the Toronto Argonauts, had their season turned out differently. The Winnipeg Blue Bombers are a dynasty of their own kind. They've been so good for so long. But are we on fumes here in terms of the team being good, if not great?
You know what? I don't think so. Like, I do think I certainly wouldn't classify it as fumes, because I think you can make the argument in what's been an unorthodox season, certainly none like the previous 5 before it. They're playing some of their best football right now, and I think it's going to work in their favor. The been there, done that mentality. You see that with teams like the Edmonton Oilers and going as deep as they have. They're going to take those lessons they've learned in those long playoff runs and apply them at the most important times of the year. They're taking that information and they're applying it to their regular season, right? So I do think that the Bombers have a plan. They have a vision through 18 games, and while it hasn't exactly played out to plan, I do think that they see this team improving throughout the year, bringing in new players, knowing where the growing pains are going to be, and then have, I think this is the most important part, being accurate in predicting on when they're going to turn around, right? Knowing what you can live with and what you can die with for a certain amount of time. And so when you look at some of the key positions, you still have what I think would be considered an aging quarterback, obviously, in Zach Claris, but he still has stuff in the tank. You have some guys like Stanley Bryan and Patrick Neufeld on the O-line. You probably can't ask for another solid year out of them, but they've moved other players into their secondary that are younger. So they've kind of done this slow burn season after season. Some of the exits, obviously, this past season, Adam Bighill probably being the top of the list. They've slowly kind of moved on from these core leaders. And so I do think there's some growing pains here, but at the same time, I think they're finding themselves on that line where they're just walking the fence and they're hoping not to fall over on the side and not making the playoffs and falling over, and hoping to improve and continue to try to make their way up. Do they think they're the juggernauts in the West like they used to be? No. And I don't think anybody's watching them in that way. And it's made this season a whole lot more enjoyable, I think, for a lot more fan bases. But that being said, to your point, Dave, I don't think you can count out a Mike O'Shea. He's a visionary. He knows what he's doing. He knows how he wants his leaders to play and in the style in which they play. And the players are still holding themselves accountable. I think that's the number one thing in Winnipeg, is even if you have success out in different CFL markets, you can see how teams deal with success. Well, the Bombers have dealt with a ton of success. They know how to deal with defeats as well. And I think it's that mental game that's going to make them a little bit of an X factor here as we get closer to the playoffs and potentially making their 6th Grey Cup here in Winnipeg.
President of the Football Reporters of Canada, Jeff Hamilton, joining us on the show this morning. Dave Jamieson in for Dustin Nielson, who has the call tonight in Regina, Riders and Argos to kick off Week 19. Lieutenant Eric here with you as well. Just going off what you said about the Bombers and moving forward to tomorrow's game, 5 o'clock, I think we've discussed it's a big win for Edmonton, even talking about a postseason possibility at this stage of the campaign. In terms of their rebuild, they're 3.5-point dogs at home to the Bombers, obviously needing to win this game by the 14 to get that season series. You shared your thoughts about the Bombers here. How do you like them coming into Edmonton against an Elks team that have been pretty much playing playoff games here for the past couple of weeks?
Yeah, and to that point, Eric, I think I've seen this movie before. I've seen this come into play. It's feel like the last couple seasons where, it's unfortunately for the Elks fan base, it's kind of, again, been the same movie, a slow start and then maybe an exciting finish. And then the antagonist still wins at the end, right? So it's like, it's a situation where, they're feeling confident, but and while I do think you've seen some crazy games from the Elks and particularly close games, right? You hear Cody Fajardo talk openly about the heartache of losing those back-to-back, walk-off losses that they faced not too long ago. And, I think, talking about that mental game, having to play playoff football by mid-August is taxing, right? And especially if you're not getting the results, like everything is tight, everything is, you don't have any margin for error. So everybody's, everyone's, to use a hockey analogy, obviously everyone's holding their stick a little bit too tight, right? And so I think they've tried to inject some positivity in there. We've certainly seen some growth when it comes to Cody Fajardo leading the team, and that's nothing against Trey Ford, but I think the facts in the, obviously the findings here and his leadership has certainly helped do that. And I think if you look at this team, they're in an interesting situation because if you look at their record, and I know I've been criticized on my show, CFL 110, people think I'm an Elks hater. I'm not an Elks hater. But if you look at what they've done this year, that wouldn't be progress to 80% of the league. You know what I mean? Everyone would look at, but it's progress for Edmonton. And I think that's how you need to kind of focus it and say, like, this is a step in the right direction. Mark Killam, he brings a passion, he brings an energy. Are they going to make the playoffs? Absolutely not. Like, I feel fairly comfortable saying that's not going to happen, but then the pressure then hits next year. And now it's like these feel-good feelings. It's been an emotional season, obviously, for the Elks with Larry Thompson's passing and whatnot. You got to reset, deal with what you did positively, but you have to hit the ground running next year. Like, this is the West Division. You can't start slow. You need to go in with your plan. This Trey Ford experiment is probably officially over. I think you hold on to Cody Fajardo and you play out these next 3 games as hard as you can.
It feels, Jeff, as if there is truly a plan now in Edmonton. You know, you can see it taking shape, whereas before, you know, under previous regimes, it was just sort of cobbled together, and it just, you know, if they had a run of, 2-3 wins in a row, you thought, okay, this isn't sustainable. I get where you're going with this. This is good for now, but next year might be where they start to, get to harvest some of this stuff and see the returns.
Well, and that's the continuity that you see throughout the league. And even if you want to look at, because the counter argument, Dave, becomes, well, what about Regina? What about what happened in Saskatchewan with Corey Mace? Well, Jeremy O'Day was already there for years.
Yeah.
Right. He was already trying. Like, you need to have somebody. So what they're doing in Edmonton here, with the wholesale change at GM and head coaches, they're trying to win today. Like, you can't not try to win today in the CFL. There is no such thing as like building years in its traditional sense, like we see in hockey and other professional sports. But you have a building year, and you need to establish who you want your core players to be. It can be a 2-3 year thing. Again, you still need to win, but you need to establish your core leadership group, and then you need to keep them there. And then they need to control the locker room so you can focus on everything else as coaches. Whether you're position coaches or head coaches, management, you can focus on the team from a higher level. So the player level needs to take care of themselves. Far too often in here, and the number one hit against the guy you were talking about, Chris Jones, was Chris Jones actually had good relationships with players. Yeah. He just knew acutely well that this was a business. So it was like in and out, in and out, in and out. And so his theory of trying to build a team was built on talent and what he thought was, I think a mind unlike anybody else in the CFL. But what he missed was finding that leadership. When you continuously add in new players to a locker room, new personalities to a locker room, whether they create a little rift or a large rift, it's a ton of personalities here, guys. And the guys like Chris Jones, I'm not evaluating that they're worst guys or whatever, but you're bringing them into markets they know nothing about. And then and then they got to kind of get together and create an environment. When that environment is shaky all the time, that team core leadership doesn't happen. So that's what I see happening in Edmonton is let's hold off on the waiver wire every second day, and let's bring in the team, identify the talent, and keep them here. You see that with Justin Rankin. I think you're going to see that with Cody Fajardo possibly. That's what they're doing is they're finding the guys. They're not just basing it on talent, they're basing it on culture, and hopefully that works out for them here in the coming years.
Just lastly here, if we could go to the ice, it was all going off in Winnipeg last night. Stars, Jets, of course, going back to last year in the playoffs, Kyle Connor's deal. He gets the Hattie, Taves return. According to Huss, you guys got Slurpee machines now too in the arena. Like, what are you pulling from last night? And just your quick thoughts and expectations on how high the Jets may fly this season.
Yeah, we have a, here in Winnipeg now, Canada Life Center, a 7-Eleven. So it's not like you don't open doors, but it's like, I guess they've grouped this sponsorship so you can buy like Sev food, like hot food, as well as a Slurpee machine. So yeah, they're finally injecting some fun, I think, into that culture over there on the game side stuff. It's been behind, but they have been making positive moves. So credit to True North and all that stuff for that. But as far as the team goes, I think when you look at the excitement of a season that ended short, and disappointing, it was kind of paved over with the whole President's Trophy winning the Central Division. Obviously, you saw the emotional stuff with Mark Scheifele losing his father. Like, it was almost kind of a soft landing for an otherwise disappointing end to a season. But it also created these heady expectations into this year, which which when you think about it, roster-wise, shouldn't be as high. They lost Nikolai Ehlers to Carolina. Adam Lowry isn't going to be back for a while. They got devastating news with Dylan Samberg, who, if you don't know who Dylan Samberg is, you should know who he is, because he's a stay-at-home as it gets in the NHL, but he's as solid as it gets too. He's going to be out for the foreseeable future here. Obviously, they have good goaltending, but I think yesterday's game was a microcosm of, I think, what you're going to get all season, not in the style of like get down a bunch of goals and chase them back, but you're going to see a resilient Winnipeg team that's never going to consider themselves out of the fight because of that belief that they created last year, because of the belief they have in I think there was a couple of years there, guys, where I don't think they really knew if they were all going to be in Winnipeg. And when you see these contracts with Kyle Connor, Mark Scheifele, Connor Hellebuyck, it's almost kind of like a exhale, right? Like, we're going to be here, guys. Let's get comfortable. Let's make this ours. And I know that's a pretty long-winded answer for a one-game situation, but I think if they lose that game 5-1, like any hot hockey market, over in Edmonton, Winnipeg, it's going to be the sky is falling. I think because they were able to climb, just get there, they're like, okay, maybe we're not as bad as we think. It's going to be a game-to-game basis here, and that's going to be the whole season, guys.
Yeah, and just Matt Hyman, who I do believe is a Winnipeg listener / viewer.
Indeed,
texted in earlier. Can you ask Jeff Hamilton if he found any sweet deals at yard sales this summer? His true passion. I did not know this, but please.
Yeah, I'm a seasoned garage sailor. I go out every Saturday. I've been going with my mom and sister. It's slowed down the last few years, but I just got into it. I'm a big antiquer, so for me, I like to get I'm looking there and finding rare finds. I think if I had to talk about my favorite pieces of this year, I went by a garage sale and this if anyone who knows kind of typewriters, it's called the brand's Empire, and they're like of the first.
Yes.
Yeah, so they're kind of the first. And Dave, you'll know this, I think, because I think it lines up with your age.
Yes.
It's like I see this leather case open up. It's like this leather thing, and I peel it open. It's brown. And I open it, and it's this Empire small, like emerald green typewriter, and it's like the version of like the 70s, 80s, whatever. Not obviously not 90s was like their version of a laptop.
Yes,
and it was like it's
that to go to a press box.
Exactly, you would pack it and I'm looking at this thing, and I'm just throwing back, guys. Here's the kicker. It had $7.50 on it. I said, "Would you take 5?" She says, "Absolutely." Oh. And I walked out with it. I could show you right now. I could go grab it right now. But anyways, it's an amazing piece. I love it. I've had some lucky finds. I'm not like a guy who goes out and sells them. I keep a lot of stuff, but I do it because it's a lot of fun. I meet a lot of interesting and cool people. I like the search. Anyone who watches those shows like Pickers or American Traders or anything like that, I'm not exactly like that, but I'm not far from it. And it's also the family time I get to spend with my sister and my mom.
I really love how you got him down to 5.
Yes. I like 750 straight up.
That's also my favorite part. Dude, there's in garage sales, there's it's so good. It's like, would you take a quarter for this instead of 50 cents? You know what I mean? Or I'm the big bundle guy. It's like if I got $8.50 in my hand right now, I'm probably offering 5. Right, or I'm offering 4 strategically, knowing they're going to say 5. So it's a bit of a game, boys. Keep yourself sharp.
I love it. I love your strategy, and good luck in future sailing the garages. And again, Winnipeg sports in general, Jets, Bombers, and all that. Thanks for your time, Jeff. Enjoy.
Yeah, thanks so much, guys. I will say one thing: technology, like many things, is ruining it. People have Google now; they're searching what their stuff is worth. It's becoming a harder and harder game, guys, to find those steals. So. Appreciate the time. Thanks for having me on, and let's hope for a good game tomorrow night.
Absolutely.
Thanks, good to see you again.
You bet. Thanks, guys.
Jeff Hamilton, which I do believe.
Yes.
There were some theories. It wasn't Trevor. It wasn't me. It wasn't you. He was either clicking his pen.
Oh, was he?
Or the microphone was bouncing off his zipper on his sweater.
I think the microphone.
Which again, our listeners and viewers, whenever we're talking, but they're always listening to what else is going. Oh, there's a sound, there's a tinny rattling, there's a,
Sure.
Which because you get that on,
God, what were they like? Were they like that when we were on 1260?
Yes.
Really?
There was always something that,
which I find
and
funny.
I would
which I find funny because you'd lose that radio station if you went under a tree at a certain place in the on the Henday or whatever.
We will complain. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's where the clicking's coming from. No, it's no problems.
Okay.
Kind of added a nice little pace to it, like a metronome.
It's like a click track.
Yeah,
for those people who know music,
yes,
it's a click track.
These little typewriter laptops do look rather interesting.
Oh, they're very
I'd like to
cool.
see them bring it to a press, like now, sip, start just writing a piece
and go.
Yeah, go.
Just go and have the white out. You made a mistake. You
Sure,
put a white out in
yeah.
there and go back and Oh, yeah, I've done it.
We thank Jeff for his time. Right now, though, if you want to get to Mr. Mike's Kind of Easy Trivia, Hour 3 is on the way here. We're a little behind, but we'll make up for that. Hour number 2 was presented by Game Sense. Win gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed. Visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your Game Sense. If you want to play Kind of Easy Trivia, come up. You have the question.
Darn right I do.
So Dave has the questions. You'll be off to Mr. Mike's, and you'll also unlock a Club Beat Loop remix from the vault. So double your win, double your pleasure here on a Friday. Text 780-218-9999. Say Trevor, 218-9999. It is the Paris Jewelers inbox. We're still looking for a Royal Pizza text of the day. Somebody texts in anonymously. He is right. Chili is not a beans in it. What we call chili is actually chili con carne, which translates to chili with beans.
Oh, is that the literal translation of that?
Yes. And also texts, you're welcome, as in a possessive, like my welcome.
Yes.
Yes. So, yeah. 780-218-9999. Text Trev, I want to play. Your chance to Mr. Mike's coming up. Yeah. 3 questions too many on the way as well. Sobeys and Safeway Liquor Beer of the Week. Right here, we'll be diving into this. It's a collaborative from Tool Shed, so more on that to come. And your chance of $50 to Sobeys and Safeway Liquor, all ahead of the wrap for William Huff. Dave Jamieson in for Dustin Nielsen, Lieutenant Eric here as well. YouTube Trev, a sports update brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc. Locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and the surrounding area since 1993. Doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course, plywood. Go see the knowledgeable staff at Windsor Plywood Leduc.
Week 6 NFL action got underway last night. The Giants defeat the Eagles 34-17. Jackson Dart threw for 195 yards, good enough for 1 touchdown, which sees the Giants' record improve to 2-4, and the Eagles fall to 4-2 on the season. Week 6 action continues on this Sunday. Last night in the majors, the Dodgers get the job done, advancing to the NLCS after a 2-1 win over the Phillies in extra innings. They now await the winners of the Cubs and Brewers, who have some Game 5 action tomorrow. First pitch at 6:08. Just one game in the majors tonight where it's a winner-take-all matchup between the Tigers and Mariners. Tarek Skubal gets the mound for the Tigers, while the Mariners counter with George Kirby. First pitch at 6:08 as well. The winner of this series will face the Blue Jays in the ALCS on Sunday night. It was a busy one last night in hockey with 14 games that dotted the schedule. The Jets fell in their home opener to the Stars 5-4. The Habs were all over the Red Wings 5-1. The Senators come back with a 5-4 win over the Lightning, and the Canucks open their season up with a 5-1 win over the Calgary Flames. No games in the NHL tonight, but the Oilers are back in action tomorrow when they welcome in the Vancouver Canucks. Be sure to tune in to Tom Gazzola for the GCL Diesel pre- and post-game show starting at 7 right here on Edmonton Sports Talk. And sticking in hockey, the 5-2 Edmonton Oil Kings return from the road when they welcome in the Moose Jaw Warriors for a matinee matchup on Saturday. This one gets going at 2. And on the field for CFL Week 19 kicks off tonight. The 11-4 Rough Riders have a chance to lock up first in the West when they welcome in the 5-11 Toronto Argonauts. This one gets underway later today at 7. with Dustin Nielsen on the call. And on Saturday, it's do or die for the Edmonton Elks when they welcome in the Blue Bombers. Coverage begins at 4 with the Green and Gold kickoff show with Maddie and Milne, followed by game time at 5. The Sports Update brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc, locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and the surrounding area since 1993. Doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course plywood. Go see the knowledgeable staff at Windsor Plywood Leduc.
8:12. The Nielson Show trucks on for another Friday. Dave Jamieson in for Dustin Nielsen, Lieutenant Eric, and YouTube Trev with you as well. That was Saren playing you in with the track The Culling, which Dave is very fixated on the video for this track. It's yeah, if you want to, the dark goth synth Friday continues here musically. If you are listening, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio app, watching along on YouTube or the mighty 95.7 Cruise FM, good morning to you. YouTube Trev is wrangling up somebody to play trivia for Mr. Mike's. We'll get to that in a second. Sobeys and Safeway Liquor Beer of the week to come, and the wrap for William Huff. If you have any questions as well, namely for Dave Jamieson, get them in, 780-218-9999. I do like when there's a guest host to just pick your brain. You've got the story, so we might as well take advantage of you while you're here.
Why wouldn't you?
We certainly pay enough. We might as well get our money's worth, right?
Yes, absolutely you should. And I'm happy to take anything. It's an AMA, right? Remember when people used to do AMAs? Ask me anything.
I think they still do it. Like Dustin will be like, hey, I'm at the airport for...
Right. Hit me up with the questions.
For the next 15 minutes.
Is that before or after he does those walking videos?
Exactly. Yeah. Well, one will probably drop in an hour here. Yeah. Going down Albert, right?
Stop in at Traffon's.
Well, I want to know how his
easy and a whole wheat toast.
Watching him eat Dwayne Ford eat a plate of meat last night at Gulf Steakhouse.
Gulf Steakhouse.
You have some.
I've got some Gulf.
Maybe one of the questions can be your favorite Gulf's memory.
Yes, got a few.
Clean them up.
Got a few.
So yeah, all that good stuff. Hour 3 of the Nielsen Show as well. Want to remind you, brought to you by GD Liquidators. Auctions and appraisals, Edmonton's one-stop shop for new and used warehouse, office, and industrial items for almost 40 years. Don't miss their monthly online auctions, www.gdliquidators.com. Canadian owned and operated. Make them your first call, 780-447-2787, or visit them, 14510 124th Ave. Coming to you from the Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen Studio. 780-218-9999 is the Paris Jewelers inbox. Still looking for a Royal Pizza text of the day. So if you can, get it in. Now Library Pat is correcting the other guy. Sorry, con carne is Spanish for with meat, not with beans. So we really don't know where we're going here. Not that we're passing along fake news or false information. This is all just listener inspired. So it can really mean whatever you want.
And I was right out of the gate going, oh, that's tremendous. I did not know that.
Oh,
and now it's been fact-checked.
The anonymous texter could have said, we would have agreed with anything pretty much at that point.
Yes, we would have.
So, but I mean, it's all AI, right? I wonder if there'll be an AI chili down at the cook-off tomorrow.
Probably.
2 o'clock, lot B. Once again, Trevor, have you found anybody?
We got someone.
You okay?
Hey,
we got for the trivia or for pitching a tent with Zach?
Both.
Is it the same person?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, good. I just want to make sure that was
VR Montenegro will be pitching
the tent. Of course.
Zach.
Yeah, he's built like an Amishman.
He is, man. He's strong.
He's
see those
got
forearms?
good shoulders. He's
big forearms.
You couldn't knock him over.
No.
He's perfect for Zach. He's no stranger to a drink or two.
Yeah. I told him I'd give him a 4-pack.
We don't judge here.
Beauty. Yeah.
Okay. He said, what's in it for me? And I said, a 4-pack of 6 o'clock of lagers.
God love it. God bless you, VR Montenegro.
Yes.
He was also at Sully's Sports Bar and Lounge last night. But who do we got for trivia this morning, Trev?
This is Greg.
Greg, how you doing?
Really good. You guys?
Excellent.
Thanks. Great. Thanks for asking. You're playing for Mr. Mike's Steakhouse Casual. The new location opening soon in Bonnie Doon. Check out MrMikes.ca for more details on that. You can order online at the Skip the Dishes and DoorDash. Mr. Mike's Eat Locally, Enjoy Casually. You're playing $25 to Mr. Mike's, Greg. You're also playing to unlock a Club Eat Loop remix from the Vault. Dave's got the questions. You need 3 out of 5. The ticker will start after he reads the first one. Are you ready?
You betcha.
All right, let's hit it, Greg. Who won the NFL Thursday Nighter?
The Giants.
What position does Jackson Dart play?
He's quarterback.
Who do the Oilers play Saturday?
The Knuckleheads.
Jonathan Toews now plays for which NHL team?
The Jets.
And who do the Elks play on Saturday?
Winterpeg.
Oh!
I was wrong.
McDavid drops for Draisaitl. Draisaitl across. Upstairs. Chris Russell.
This is Ross. How's it going, Dusty?
What a play by Matthews. Comes back to Klefbom. He hammers it home. Oscar Klefbom.
Did you notify their parents?
Shattenkirk winds up. He scores.
Process. It was a big process for us.
Pecking away is Tucker.
There's no sex before a game. And then also, what I've just found out is if he plays too well, there's no sex after either.
Don't tell us to wait. And don't tell us to sit down. Most likely we will get less. Because I had a better deal 2 days ago.
Those aren't the perpetrators.
Alex Ovechkin.
I've got a few questions for you. Talk to those agents. Talk to those agents. Talk to those agents. I was wrong. Yep.
Let the beat control your body. Let the beat control your body.
Iro Pakarinen.
Just open that damn cellar.
First goal of the season.
Let those two boys out of there. I'm going to tie this place up with so much litigation that your grandchildren are going to need lawyers.
Austin Matthews. Austin Matthews. Hit him with the phone like Austin Matthews. Austin Matthews. Austin Matthews. Hit him with the phone like Austin Matthews. Austin Matthews. Austin Matthews. Hit him with the phone like Austin Matthews.
Patrick Laine.
That was
what was the Austin Matthews?
That was packed.
From?
Some Austin Matthews rap. Speaking of him, did you see his pants yesterday?
Yeah, what was the deal on that? Was that AI? That leg looked weird.
Leg looked broke.
Yeah, that was Joe Theismann like.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like what happened on that leg?
He was wearing pants of a nature to which I'm sure the organization maybe didn't feel comfortable sharing, so they just went in MS Paint and just colored it all in. And then didn't really
forgive me for not knowing what, like what
his shin was in the shape of a letter C. I haven't seen anything like it.
What would be on a pair of pants that would not pass the scrutinizing of the Toronto Maple Leafs web team?
Well, maybe
did they have an offensive?
Maybe not offensive, but maybe too soft, right? Like maybe they were the color pink, or maybe some sort of a too baggy, that type of thing.
Well, and we're now in the era of the relaxed dress code.
Well,
correct?
but kind of, but still in Leafland, I think there's still an ode to an expectation. Yes, yeah. Like you can grow facial hair as a Yankee now, but let's keep it
groomed. I mean,
yeah,
within
yeah.
control.
We can't just go. This isn't the Boston Red Sox here.
Or the Oakland Athletics.
Yeah. But a little overtime Quinner in there. A little Euro Packarain. Yeah. You like that.
I like a good Quinn call.
Sure. Overtime Quinner. We miss him. Congratulations to Greg. That runs a record to what, 26, 27?
We're at 26 now.
26-0 in the Cruise FM era for kind of easy trivia.
Really?
26-0.
Pretty impressive.
That's what FM gives you.
Yep.
95.7 Cruise FM.
A higher sort of an elevated intelligence.
Absolutely.
Now that you're on FM.
Absolutely. Yeah. As it should be. Let's get into three questions committee right now for the fine folks at Park Mazda and dealer principal Mitch Lewicki, where he'll be having Thanksgiving supper at the dealership this weekend with the staff. Yeah. He gets the staff all together. They can all do their family thing as well, but he requires them to come in.
It's a mandatory.
It's a mandatory thing. Yeah. He comes in, he has the turkey, he says what he's thankful for, and they all sit there. It's kind of like a
quietly.
Yeah, they all agree with him. Like it's like an authoritarian type of event. Long table.
Those are the best.
He's at the head. They're all like, "Oh, Mitch."
Authoritarian events.
They go around and they say what they're thankful for him. Like, we're thankful for you, Mitch. No. This is all about Mitch. Check him out today online, parkmazda.ca, or in the park, Sherwood Park, Park Mazda, your dealer for life. Question number one, boys. What are you most thankful for this weekend from a sporting perspective?
Okay.
I'm not talking, family, health, all this stuff. Yes. I mean, that's all great stuff, but sports dominates. What are you thankful for in the sporting realm? I think I might know where Trevor's going with this, and it happened earlier this week. But anyways, if you have anything you would like to...
What am I most grateful for?
Trevor Linden wearing the white Canucks throwback jersey. Well, you showed me that.
No, I was.
We both agree they should bring both back.
Yes,
and do away with the whale. I mean,
I could sit here and say because of the time of year and we've got all the sports now.
CFL
NBA's
rule changes.
Opening.
Don't go there.
Not. No. I think what I'm most grateful for is now we truly have a bunch of options for the sporting menu. Right?
Yes.
Like I don't have to fixate on one, and but to be candid, there are almost too many choices. Like I've watched almost none of Phillies because I couldn't get there. Like my brain could only process so much.
We had so many TVs last night at Sully's Sports Bar and Lounge, but you can't. You need more eyes.
I still like to drill in on a game.
If you could get an eye implant like your third eye. You could at least have another peeper kind of keeping
Just
watch.
kind of monitoring the situation.
A rover, we'll call it. Yeah.
Yes. So I'm grateful for the bounty, the sports bounty that
a
is
real
presented.
cornucopia of options.
Yes.
I will follow you there, and not only the timing of the season. I mean, you had 14 NHL games last night, none tonight, which is a pretty peculiar thing, which gives, again, more time for the Rough Riders Argonauts, which I'm thankful for.
More
tonight.
eyeballs.
Hey, I got a big night in my household. I told you earlier, Riders and Argos, Riders have a chance in their Obsidians to clinch first in the West at home, which when it seems like everything good is going for them, that's usually when the bad happens. So I'm not at all confident tonight.
You don't believe in curses, though, do you? You don't believe they're cursed.
Like you have to get a witch doctor in the room we've had a few of those, eh?
Yes.
So I have that on tonight, the football, and of course the mighty Mariners here. In not only in the postseason, not in a wild card, not getting swept aside in a wild card where you slug it out for 162 games and then get cast aside.
Remember the 1-game wild card?
I hate it.
Those were great.
It's so ruthless.
We busted our ass to get all this way, and we're done in 2.5 hours.
I'd rather not even be in the running. Don't even give me a shot. I want to wear a paper bag on my head. I want
Colorado Rocky that thing. Like you're so far out of it that.
But I'm thankful for baseball in particular because of where the Jays are at, and I'm not a Jays fan, and I know they got into it on the Hangout yesterday, Canada's team and all that. They are a team that is in Canada, the only team in Canada. However, I don't think you're required to, on the authoritarian bit, be a fan. Like we're not wearing the ribbon. Like you got to wear the ribbon. You got to.
If you're on, in the Rogers group or within the Jays organization, you reach and you grab that thing. The Riders did it. They nominated themselves
Canada's team. Yes.
Yeah.
But I just don't like the whole you're required to do
Canada's
it.
team.
I don't mind diving into the Jays. I think we all hate the Yankees. I enjoyed watching them pulverize. You had Vladdy there with the Yankee lose, right? We played that yesterday. Him and Ortiz. I love them beating the Yankees. I love all that. But I do like, my mom is a big season watcher of the Jays. She loves it. My Lucas, Lucas.
Yes, I do.
A couple of years back, he watched every single 162 game. He did them all. He touched them all.
Wow.
So I like people enjoying themselves, close to you, friends, family, whatever. Of course, it gets the country in a tizzy. I don't mind it, but I don't do it because I feel like I have to.
No, well, it shouldn't feel like an obligation, should it?
So I like the Jays now. They're awaiting the winner. Yes. I really hope it's the Mariners. I promised myself, if they do make it to the ALCS, I will purchase a new Mariners hat.
As you should.
A treat for Pop. If they don't, no treat. I'm excited. Mariners, Jays baseball. That both of my, not my teams, but my one team here on the West Coast and then Canada's team are kind of in it thick and thin. I like this. There were some years Major League Baseball postseason which I couldn't give a rat's, just I don't care.
Like when the Cubs were winning?
I don't care. Right. But this postseason, and I really hope the Brewers pull this out, I
find these teams like the Mariners, like the Brewers, they're more likable.
Yeah, Jays,
like the likable team.
Yeah, Canada.
And the Jays are too.
And Jays irk everybody in the States. That's what I like too. It really pisses them all off.
Oh, of course.
Which I really love. Question number 2. Do the Elks pull it out tomorrow? Straight up. And I'm not saying pull it out with a 3-point win or covering the spread, which is 3.5.
You're talking
I'm
14
saying the
points
full
or more.
14.
Heart says...
I know. Be honest.
Brain says no. Brain says no. Want them to. Remember, I am a seasoned seed holder, a long history. If you cut me, I would bleed green and gold, assuredly. But no, that's a tall order. Really tall order.
And Trev, we'll get your answer on both this question and one, which I unfairly passed you over. What are you most thankful for in sports right now? And will the Elks win by 14 tomorrow?
Okay, I'll make it quick. Do I think the Elks... You know what? I say this. I think the Elks win tomorrow.
Okay.
But not by what they need. What was it, 14?
14.
Yeah, I don't think.
That's tough slogging.
I think it's going to be tight. Maybe 3 or 4 they win by. But the 14 there, I don't think they get it done. As for what am I thankful for the most in sports... how
the
cringe.
Jake Wallman signing extension,
how
right? 7 years, 7
Or Ekholm.
Yeah. Or Novak.
all of the above.
Yeah, no, it's definitely got to be Connor McDavid re-upping with orange and blue.
I knew it.
Yeah, I mean, I could talk about it all for quite a while. I won't, but yeah, super thankful for that, man. It's just pretty cool, being a diehard fan of the Oilers. If it wasn't for the Oilers, I wouldn't have moved here. But being able to say that the best player in the world plays for the team you cheer for, that's a pretty cool feeling. And to get 3 more years of it, it's awesome. So yes, I'm thankful for McDavid.
3 more at least.
Signing with the Oilers.
3 more at least.
At least. For now.
Yes.
And question number 3 quickly here. It is, let me get this right here, National Cake Decorating Day. Favorite cake?
Ooh.
And this can either be brand. I mean, if you want to go the McCain's route, I know that's where Dusty was in this chair, like his packaged processed food love. He would go McCain cake, which aren't bad, but leave you feeling extremely disgusting afterwards.
Oh,
they are not good for you. Like you smoke a pack of cigarettes. That's probably better for you than eating a McCain cake.
You're making a moral choice when you decide you're going to
or
dive
you
into
lost
one
a
of those.
big dare or bet.
Right.
Like you,
Wow, favorite cake.
Favorite cake. So there's carrot. I mean, chocolate. Some people have a vintage. They like the what is it called? The coin cake or the loony cake. Did you ever do this? People would bake a cake but put coins in it for a birthday.
My mom used to put a dime in for like a Christmas pudding.
Yes,
thing.
you'd eat it and you'd get money.
And,
I don't know.
You got the dime and it was a big deal.
I find it extremely unsanitary.
I'm sure it is.
Putting bills in there. Like what are you rolling
my
up?
mom dropped it.
All rolled up.
Bought it out her smoke and said, who's got a dime? I'm going to go with carrot cake, but it's got to be.
You like carrot cake?
I do like carrot cake a lot.
I run and hide when I see a carrot
really?
cake. I just don't.
But with the sour cream, like the proper.
There's sour cream in it?
The proper icing.
Is that what it is? Sour cream?
The
name throws me off. Carrot and cake have no business being together, and I just separate myself from it.
I've had some like high-end carrot cakes.
But is it like crunchy?
Good.
Like is it raw carrot in there?
No,
it's
shredded. It's like little tiny
that
bits.
That is disgusting.
Raisins and
raisins.
It's fantastic carrot cake.
Do you like carrot cake? I've never had it, but I find it extremely disgusting.
You know what? I do.
Get on board.
I like
Get in the boat,
carrot
boys.
cake, but I didn't know that. What did you say?
Sour cream and
sour
raisins?
cream? Yeah, I only. Yeah, if I get carrot cake, it cannot have raisins.
I'm going to go to the internet right now. And
You
see
do
if I can
that.
pull-
Yeah.
Okay, you guys keep talking
Carrot
amongst
cake
yourselves.
con carne.
Yeah.
I pride myself in not being a big sweets guy, and it was tough with grandma growing up.
You like
She's
the
always
salt.
giving me the cookies. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't want this, but I'd be like, I will take a cake, and I love cake. So Death by Chocolate is unreal. It's got the score in it. It's oh my goodness.
And is that
gracious.
a branded cake?
That's
Death by
just,
Chocolate?
that's just the name. That's just the recipe.
Yeah.
That's called just it's chocolate. It's unreal.
People are saying cream cheese, not
Let me check. Let me check that.
do
on the
love
It's
sour
got to be cream cheese. It's got to be cream cheese.
Let me
sour
check.
cream, a big old dollop.
No.
Get some salsa on
the
there.
raisins.
I'm
Cheese.
going off all recipes, which is, if you looking up, is credible. A website. Grated carrots.
Yes.
Brown sugar. Okay, got it. Raisins. Cup of raisins.
No.
Okay, 4 large eggs. I screwed up saying sour cream. White sugar, vegetable, vanilla extract. They've got an ingredient in here. I've never had it with crushed pineapple.
I am so turned off by this whole.
Oh, stick around. Chopped
There's more?
walnuts are in there as well.
I don't mind a walnut.
Your baking soda, you would expect.
Yeah.
Some cinnamon.
Okay.
Bless you. And of course, your all-purpose flour.
Yeah, no.
So I erred in saying sour cream. I don't know why I thought that, but yeah.
I still
It's tremendous.
cream
like,
cheese
is that
still
what
doesn't
was
win
in
me
it?
over with the addition of pineapple. I'm totally disgusted.
But also got to give a shout out
Fantastic.
to Lazy Daisy Cake and Angel Food Cake.
Angel food's fine. Yeah, you can. That's a good.
Cooked right to the center.
Well, you can
Baked
add that to any lineup. You can put anything you want on it. I mean, it's
You can play it up and down the lineup.
There you go.
Yep.
For me, it'll have to be an ice cream cake.
Okay.
Preferably like of a log variety from Dairy Queen. A Dairy Queen cake cannot be beat, in my opinion.
No, they do nice work.
They've got that. What's that icing in the middle?
The icing in the middle and the
kind
chocolate
of yellowishy
fudge.
yellow. Yeah, the fudge.
The fudge is unreal.
It's.
We're really doing our descriptions just to say that yellowy thing in the middle.
I don't know what it is. It's sugar. It's sweet. It's great. I don't know.
Exactly.
You draw a little. You go in there and you say, "Hey, can I have a whale on the?" And they do whatever you want. It's great. I like it. Yeah,
they're artisans.
Artisans, indeed. Carrot cake, man. It's just sour cream and pineapple and raisins and
salsa on there.
Sure, some salsa and some con carne.
Yeah, beans. You put beans in your carrot cake as well.
Yes.
Maddie doesn't. Hour 3 brought to you by GD Liquidators. We got Sobeys and Safeway Liquor Beer of the week on the way before Sports Update. But auctions and appraisals at GD Liquidators, Edmonton's one-stop shop for new and used warehouse, office, and industrial items for almost 40 years. Don't miss their monthly online auctions. www.gdliquidators.com. Canadian-owned and operated. Make them your first call. 780-447-2787. Nielson Show, of course, presented by Weiss Johnson. Weiss Johnson, whoa. They got the deal on for the now until the end of October. You can get 10% off any new Trane furnace, AC, or heat pump installation. Plus, you can bundle a furnace with an AC or heat pump and get 25% off the package price. Now till the end of October. Visit WJSportsTalk.com today for more details. We'll be back coming to you live from the Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen Studio for Sobeys and Safeway Liquor Beer of the week. But first, a sports update here for the Garrison Memorial Golf and Curling Club. Accepting registration now for Thursday night men's curling league. Plus, you can book your bond spiel for the upcoming season. You get free ice rental with the purchase of a buffet dinner. Visit egmgolf.com for more details. Here's Trev with the update.
Last night in the majors, LA Dodgers got the job done punching their ticket to the NLCS with a 2-1 win over the Phillies in extra innings. They'll now wait to see who advances between the Cubs and Brewers, who square off in Game 5 tomorrow. First pitch at 6:08. Just one game on the MLB slate tonight, and it's a winner-take-all showdown between the Tigers and Mariners. Tarek Skubal gets the start for Detroit, while Seattle counters with George Kirby. First pitch for that one is also set for 6:08. The winner of that series will move on to face the Blue Jays in the ALCS starting Sunday night. In the NFL, Week 6 kicked off last night with the Giants taking down the Eagles 34-17. Jackson Dart threw for 195 yards and a touchdown, improving New York's record to 2-4, while Philadelphia drops to 4-2. Week 6 action continues this Sunday, and on the ice, it was a busy night around the NHL with 14 games on the schedule. The Jets dropped their home opener 5-4 to the Stars. The Canadiens rolled over the Red Wings 5-1. The Senators stormed back to the edge of the Lightning 5-4, and the Canucks opened their season with a dominant 5-1 win over the Flames. No games tonight in the NHL, but the Oilers are back in action tomorrow when they host the Canucks. Catch all the coverage with Tom Gazzola on the GCL Diesel pre- and post-game shows starting at 7 right here on Edmonton Sports Talk. And in the WHL, the 5-2 Edmonton Oil Kings return home to take on the Moose Jaw Warriors for a Saturday matinee. Puck drop is set for 2 o'clock. And finally, Week 19 in the CFL kicks off tonight as the 11-4 Rough Riders look to lock up first in the West when they host the 5-11 Toronto Argonauts. Kickoff for this one is at 7. With Dustin Nielsen on the call. And on Saturday, it's do or die for the Edmonton Elks as they welcome in the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Coverage begins at 4 with the Green and Gold kickoff show with Maddie and Milne. Game time at 5. The Sports Update is brought to you by the Garrison Memorial Golf and Curling Club, accepting registration now for Thursday night men's curling league. Plus, book your bond spiel for the upcoming season and get free ice rental with the purchase of a buffet dinner. Visit egmgolf.com for more details. I'm YouTube Trev. You're up to date.
Cannibalism. 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 Cannibalism.
6:38. You're listening to the Nielson Show. Lieutenant Eric, Dave Jamieson in for Dustin Nielsen. That's your song that you play when you eat carrot cake, hey? You love, that's your carrot cake eating song. With sour cream and pineapple and cow tongue. Whatever other
oddities that were in there.
Yeah.
No, it's good stuff, boys.
I see you making like a carrot cake gelatin, one of those molds with all of the ingredients just
and they
sitting in there.
on the plate.
Yeah. Serve you up a slice? Yeah. We got Sobeys and Safeway Liquor Beer of the Week coming up in a minute or two. It looks like our guest is good. We'll be joined here. One beer today, and it's a special beer because it's a kind of a collaborative effort. Jim Webster will be joining us in a second or two. Just want to go over some news and notes. Hangout, of course, coming up 9 to 11. Matt Iwanek, Glue Guy J. Mill. I do believe Tom Gazzola in as well today. Well, you know as well, the Nielson Show presented by Weiss Johnston in hour 3 for GD Liquidators. Still looking for a text of the day, though. 780-218-9999 is the Paris Jewelers inbox. If you want to make fun of the genre of music I'm playing this morning, please feel free to do so. Maybe there's not a real clear path to your Royal Pizza text of the day. Today, Tube Socks texts in, make cake from all vegetables. A vegetable cake, perhaps. I don't know if that's going to send you to Royal, but it's worth a shot. How ironic would it be, Dudley says, if a vegetarian was eaten by a cannibal? So that'll leave you ponder on that. You can stop there.
Inside the tragedy.
Is there an iron joke in here, like with the level of iron?
Iron deficiency.
Yeah, I think that's maybe it's a clever play on words if that's what you're going for, Dudley. Rip City Step says, "'Tis be tomato aspic season." A real delicious dish. If you know, you know. Sobeys and Safeway Liquor Beer of the Week. Let's get into it right now. And we're joined right now, Jim Webster, VP of Tool Shed Brewing, joins us. Welcome to the show, Jim. Thanks for taking the time this morning. This is quite an interesting one. We sample a lot of beers over the summer. We get into this season, you know, the stouts, some of the other types of drinks, liqueurs as we get closer to Christmas. But tell us about what you got going on here, because this is really a bit of a collaborative effort led by Tool Shed. I think you're muted there, Jim. Can you? Is it on our end? No? That's okay. If we have to reconnect, we will. Jim Webster will be joining us, VP Tool Shed Brewing. Right now, though, if you want, never too early, text in Beer Me, 780-218-9999. We'll put you in the drum. $50 to Sobeys and Safeway Liquor. You can go pick up this 4-pack. It is the Sobeys and Safeway Liquor Beer of the Week, obviously, $13.99. It's a Unity Brew. You get a 4-pack, the tall boys. And Dave, you were going over, what did you say? It looks like a German hockey sweater?
Yes, but there's all these logos, but there's a story that goes with this.
Absolutely,
right?
yeah.
We'll get into it.
You really like the barcode.
Which is shaped like the province of Alberta.
I know it's a little far out, but yeah, you can probably kind of get it.
Yeah, I'm interested to find out what's going on behind this.
Unity Brew, it's a pale ale, 5%. Once again, $13.99 for these puppies. It's a 4-pack. Sobeys and Safeway Liquor. Text Beer Me, 780-218-9999.
I'm going to give you a running start on this. If you read the story, the narrative here.
Oh, they do lay it out. Okay.
Oh, yes. Grapefruit, peach, orange, and berry, guys.
Could you read? You have a way better voice than me. Please read this in your like a CBC.
I'll do low tide. I'll take my glasses off.
Sure, yeah, to read. Yes.
Unity Brew 2025 is a modern pale ale layered with bright citrus, stone fruit, and tropical hop character. Think grapefruit, peach, orange, and berry wrapped in a smooth malt body, vibrant yet approachable. It's bold in flavor, but easy on the bitterness. Every sip helps support the Alberta Small Brewers Association and local Alberta breweries. Enjoy.
That's good. And all of those ingredients you can also find in your own recipe for carrot cake, I do believe. You just toss them all in there, blend it up, and away you go. So, Jim Webster, VP of Tool Shed Brewing, still...
Sent him a new link.
Okay.
So he should be joining shortly here.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll get him on it. Again, it'll be a brief chat, as usually we have some weeks like 6 to get down.
I was working hard last Friday. Toast, and then
fill it up another one. Yeah.
Don't mind if I do.
It's just the one brew, but again, a collaborative effort, Unity Brew. There we got Jim back with us. Let's bring him in again. Jim, holler if you hear me. Damn it. Strike two. We're down 0-2 in the count.
I could read that again if you'd like.
Do it in a
yes, in another voice.
Yeah, some
like
sort
Tales
of.
of the North.
Do you have any requests here that
Yes,
Jamo wants
Tales
to read
of
it
the
in?
North.
Once again, beer me $50 on the line to Sobeys Safeway Liquor, $13.99 for this Alberta Small Brewers Association Unity Brew. And just to go over some, I know Jim's from Tool Shed.
Yes.
But you've got
They produce great
Hops
stuff, Tool
Connect
Shed.
Canada.
Yep.
Just a few here. I'm going to read because again, you said it's a lot. Red Shed Malting, Target Transportation, Connect Logistics, Tricor Brand Canada, Crown Packaging, Keg Share, Canvas Craft, Alberta Hop Producers Association. So a couple of hops companies here. RAR BSG, Alberta Grains. I think I may have mentioned that already. Dave, do you want to go over the ingredients?
One more time. No, but what will be interesting to learn when we connect is what, the overriding sort of goal of this, it's small brewers. I mean, I'm of an age when it was just the big ones.
You remember when we started this whole segment? I mean, how it's kind of grown and blossomed with all the exciting flavors and brewers, companies, cans, the artwork, which I really...
And I'm always fascinated, and I drink a fairly basic beer, but where someone would go, I'm going to take Star Anise and throw it in my recipe for beer. Like where you go for the inspiration to be able to just go, you know what? That seems like it might not be a fit, but watch this.
It's a mad scientist game where I have the pleasure of knowing a few brewers, and it's fun. What a fun job. You're like Willy Wonka going to the factory and just throwing stuff in, seeing if it works. If it doesn't, you still slug it down. And I think a good guy who's not here, like if anybody's palate, one Dustin Nielson, who again, it was Wildcat and Kokanee.
Right, yes.
And stop there. We're not going anywhere else. But that guy has grown a lot in terms of his
palate is extended.
He now can tell the difference between an IPA and an IPA and this, that, and the other. And he drinks now. His pinky has been going up a little bit more each segment. So if Dustin can do it, and I know again, as you say, most of us do like it down the middle of the fairway with our, but this segment has given us the opportunity to spread our wings and reach out into other places unknown over the years.
While we wait for Jim, should we crack these?
I was going to say,
let's
it's enough talking. I'm getting a little dry here. If you want to play mum here and dish us out, nice glass choice as well. I like this. I think it's good for an IPA. There's certain glasses you want to pour. I think a lager is a nice tall one.
I'm giving you
more head. I love it. I like a good head. No, it lets the beer breathe a bit. No, not foulness aside here.
Yeah.
I do like. They should pour a good head. When I get a pint and it's beer up to the top, no thank you.
Right.
I want a bit of
There is a proper technique for,
This has got a nice nose to it.
Oh, my.
It's got that pale ale-ness to it.
Yes.
Once again, the Unity Brew.
But not too sharp.
Pale ale. Well, that's what they said on the back. You read that out. And we paid attention to that.
Yes.
Vibrant yet approachable. Cheers to you,
my
Dave.
friend.
And to Jim.
And to Trev.
And to...
Send Trevor home.
Send Trevor home for Thanksgiving. VR's doing it. Cheers to VR Montenegro.
Oh, that is good.
For this weekend, and I know I'm a stout guy. I like the darker beers when it gets colder.
Yes, you do. Yes.
But with the temperatures, today 19, enjoy it today. And you can enjoy these on a deck. I think I might be later on with my mother-in-law and her partner.
Oh.
But tomorrow, 9 degrees. If you aren't making it out to the Elks tailgate, Sunday, 2 degrees. Which I got to turn that water off.
Yeah, you probably should. You should.
-7 for an overnight low Sunday.
Yeah.
So we are getting into those single-digit highs. So this is a nice, shall we say, sweater-like beer, I guess you could say, without going too dark. Hey, Jim, we got... Oh, if you hear me.
Jim.
Yes.
Jim, we started without you.
We had to.
Please
we
pick up
didn't
the
know
story.
any better, but yeah. So tell us, what do you got going on here? I know Tool Shed, but where does this all come from, and kind of what's the point of this particular brew?
Yeah, Unity Brew, the Alberta Small Brewers Association does it every year, and it was Tool Shed's opportunity to brew it this year, and so we're joining a list of a ton of great breweries in Alberta who've had a chance to do it. And this year we chose to brew like a modern take on a pale ale, something that's kind of great any season. And just absolutely love this beer. It's turned out amazing. It was a super fun project to do.
We went over the entire can while we were connecting with you, Dave.
Yes, I read the story, but tell us the story. You know,
you don't need me to do that then. But, well, basically, it's the story on the can. Really, what it means is all the proceeds from this beer are going to the Alberta Small Brewers Association. So every time you pick it up at a Sobeys or Safeway or a local tap room in Alberta, all those proceeds are going to the Alberta Small Brewers Association.
And what does the Small Brewers Association, what's the mandate there?
Yeah, it's an awesome organization. They tons of small brewers like us are in it, and they're really advocating for us with government, helping organize us with suppliers that help reduce our costs, and just do a ton of advocacy for all these awesome breweries in Alberta.
Jim Webster, VP of Toolshed Brewing, joining us for the Alberta Small Brewers Association Beer of the Week. It is your Unity Brew Pale Ale, a nice 5%. Was it your idea to have the barcode in the shape of the province? Because I think that's a very nice touch.
It was not. It was our. We had a SAIT design student design the can for us, and she put that little touch on it, which looks great.
That's very cool.
And she did the whole the artwork and everything, the whole thing.
Yeah, everything was all her. Her name's Julia. She did an amazing job. Really proud of how it came out. And I don't know. I think it's a nice, attractive can that suits the beer.
Yeah, it's not too like we always say too, and we do these segments. We've been doing this for years, and I mean to stand out now as well. You go into the shop there, and there's all these designs and everything. But this is a nice. It's not too explosive. It doesn't hide too much, but it is a nice. You got the wheat, you got the mountains, you got that Unity Brew sun kind of coming up. Very nice look to the can. Please pass that along to the artiste there. Very nice. And a good, delicious drinking beer as well. Once again, $13.99 for a 4-pack, Sobeys and Safeway Liquor. Proceeds, again, going to?
Alberta Small Brewers Association.
Gotta love it. Our listeners and viewers know the hardworking people that have joined us over the years. So this helps them out, and you get a good beer as part of it as well. Jim, thanks for playing along. Thanks for kind of getting the technical issues figured out there, and appreciate your time, man. Happy Thanksgiving.
Thanks, Jim.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Have a great one.
You too.
Jim Webster, VP Toolshed Brewing. It was a quick beer of the week. We had one to sample, but a good sample as well. Unity Brew, once again, $13.99. Proceeds go to the Alberta Small Brewers Association. So you're drinking, but you're drinking for a good cause. It's a tasty little pale ale, 5%. Tall boys, $13.99 for the 4-pack. So get it today. And once again, if you haven't already, text in Beer Me 780-218-9999, and we'll put you into the drum. $50 to Sobeys and Safeway Liquor is on the line with that. Beer Me, 780-218-9999.
Beer Me.
You can spell it B-E-I-R if you please, right? Is that the...
Beer Me con carne.
Don't get political now.
Yes, no.
I got you there. Let's get into the wrap for William Huff. If you want your place to look as good as ours, visit the team at williamhuff.com. In business since 1952, we know they're incredible at what they do. You can find out for yourself. Bruce Simpson and the team. Of course, you can visit the website, williamhuff.com. I would suggest going into the building itself, because it's wrapped and you don't really know where the door is. Which is,
it's meant to trick you.
I like it.
Oh, me too.
You got to do that. So they got the popcorn machine in there, I think, still.
Yeah.
Great staff, great place, and Bruce Simpson and the team do great work. WilliamHuff.com. Gentlemen, what did we learn on today's? Do you want to pull anything educational from the show? I learned your recipe for carrot cake, and I thought it was just I thought it was carrot, one part carrot, 1 part cake. You really kind of dazzled my eye with the and taste buds with the sour cream accompaniment.
Well, you had a vision of it as just this sort of,
I didn't know.
Thing stuffed into a cake pan and cooked up.
A raw carrot.
No. And it does not have sour cream. I'm now, I misspoke earlier. What did I learn? I mean,
nothing really broke sports-wise. Let's just start there. I don't think. I mean, Trev was keeping you up to date all night long, or all morning long. Sorry.
Yeah.
Former NBA star Paul Pierce arrested on suspicion of DUI. That's a headline right now.
Okay, well, that's not good, Paul
Jonathan
Pierce.
Drouin to have hearing for cross-checking Penn's Dewar from last night, one of the 14 games. Of course, no NHL games tonight, that's what you want on a Friday. Right?
Well, again, another oddity from the Bettman Group.
We did learn, though, that YouTube Trev is heading home for Thanksgiving. It is official, right?
I think it's official.
VR Montenegro has
it's
VR confirmed it. Yeah,
he's signed up, and we said he's a big.
He's strong.
He can raise that tent. Yeah,
if I can do it, he absolutely can, and I will be giving him some brewskis as a return.
There'll be a payment here, which is nice.
Because I'm thankful. I'm very thankful for him stepping up. That's actually, it means a lot being able to go home. That's awesome.
Yeah, and you will pay your bet on time, probably not 3 weeks down the line.
The next time I see him, I will have it delivered. Yes.
Yes. You learned as well today. Atif is off the hook.
Yep.
He has got me my chicken supper, courtosy Popeyes.
He's a man of honor.
Louisiana Kitchen. They also sponsor the studio here. I got the GC. Very thankful that he didn't bring in 6-hour-old room temperature chicken to Sully's Sports Bar and Lounge last night, which I thought he would be doing because with him, anything's possible.
Anything's on the table.
So thank you very much, Atif. Wheels, one thing we know about Wheels, he always pays his bets. Just don't know when. So
he'll get to you.
He's off the hook there.
You ever have guys tell you if they owed you something or money, mostly, I'm good for it. That was the dismount. Like you'd give them the, $20, $100, whatever it is. And he'd get, the person would say, I'm good for it.
I'm good for it. Well, yeah.
Which is about when you know he isn't.
Just wondering where to go text the day today.
You're not seeing anything you like?
Well, we didn't have a clear path, which is...
no clear path.
There was the Jeff Hamilton clicking, which a lot of people guessed. They were going to GoldenEye 007 with Boris.
And was he clicking?
He did text me back. I think it was the microphone on his zipper.
I think it is.
Sorry about the zipper. Had I known, I would have fixed it. Noted, though, for next time. So he will take what he learned. He'll move forward. He will be better.
Jeff's always looking to refine his delivery.
But it was to confirm the zipper on the mic headphone there. So I thought it was a pen. I got to tell you. I thought it was a pen. Because you know how we do sometimes. You sit there and you're...
Well, the quality of the headphones you guys have given me today, I can't tell what's happening, to be quite honest with you. I have
can't
no
tell
idea.
Saren from Contravoid for crying out loud.
Exactly.
It's all the same. Yeah, it all bleeds into the same. Okay, I'm going to go here. Hampton Steve. Hampton Steve, you got text of the day. You're heading to Royal Pizza, $20 GC. We'll get in touch with you. Maybe if you want to take the family out for Thanksgiving supper, you can do so. Hampton Steve texts in 759. Renee will help Zach pitch a tent at the tailgate. She will also help him set up that structure that goes above the table, too.
That was by far the winner today.
Yeah, it was more of a 6 o'clock hour joke, but we bled it into the third hour.
It's the slow build there.
Yeah. So Renee will be down at the tailgate. Once again, just to let you know, the tailgate tomorrow, it's going to be chili, but you can also eat chili. It'll be the chili cook-off, brought to you by the Turf District, Unit of Barbecue, and Edmonton Sports Talk. The 2025 Elks Tailgate Chili Cook-Off tomorrow. You can head down Lot B, 2 o'clock. That's in that tailgate zone. It's the third annual. You can taste some chili. And then the key part is after tasting it, vote on the chili.
Vote early, vote often.
Cast your ballot.
Vote.
We had a poll earlier today as well with Oilers goaltending for tomorrow, Oilers Canucks.
A poll that I disliked. Vehemently.
Given the results or the options provided?
No. Just that we would even do that because we're feeding into the whole...
Oh, we're poking the bear here a bit. Yeah. Well, Dave, it's... Luckily, you only get to co-host once a week. You don't need to...
I don't have to do 5 days.
You should have been here yesterday.
Oh, God.
It's quite the thing. But the chili cook-off, once again, Lot B, 2 o'clock. Get the whole tailgate experience. Kickoffs at 5. 3 hours to kind of mosey around, taste some chili. Get some sluice juice in you from Jerry Haraxi and the Spirit of Edmonton. Vote, all that stuff. 2 separate prize packs as well. Judges will vote too. And the winners will be announced October 24th at the final tailgate of the regular season. So get down there, 2 o'clock, Lot B. EST will be there, Zach and VR Montenegro. And I'm sure some other people, Renee included, will be helping him
tight-knit community.
Pitch his tent. Sound of the day. I'm going here, and I know it's verboten to play the conch outside
of... Is it Botten or Boten?
con carne.
Okay.
We did have an abbreviated conch for the show this morning. Oops. I want to fire up the computer there.
Will. A phrase. Fire up the computer.
You love that one.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's like that Leslie Nielsen whoopee cushion that he used to bring on the talk shows.
Zach
You guys
tomorrow
know what
after
I'm
he
talking
samples 4 cups of chili. Hey?
Yeah.
There'd be a lot of that coming out of the. It'd be a gassy affair. We could probably power the stadium lights at Commonwealth with all the chili. I could do this all day. Are you done with it? Sorry, I didn't play any craft work today as well. Now, you are back next Friday.
Next Friday.
Maybe we'll do a craft work program.
You know, I'm thinking of going to McMahon on the 18th to take in the Stampeders and Argos. Go visit some friends down there. Thought I might do it.
Just as a spectator, not a member of the media. You'll just be in with the plebs. Yeah, you'll be.
Yeah.
Hot dog, please.
Hey, pinball. You know, that kind of stuff.
Well, that's great. And that's next Saturday?
Next Saturday,
Okay.
the 18th. Yeah, I'm thinking of that.
Well, we'll preview that next Friday's show.
Why wouldn't we set that up? Yes.
Argonauts out. Stampeders they need to get their act together.
Come on, big play, VA.
Dustin Nielsen has the call tonight. Week 19 in the Canadian Football League. Riders and Argonauts from Regina as Saskatchewan look to notch up first in the West. And, of course, tomorrow, doubleheader Stamps in the Hammer. And the Blue Bombers and Elks play Alberta Field. Commonwealth Stadium. Elks need to win the 14-point margin to get the season series over the Bombers to keep their playoff hopes alive. I want to thank all of our sponsors today. eWell for the 6 o'clock hour, Game Sense for the 7 o'clock hour, and GD Liquidators for your 8 o'clock hour as well. The Nielsen Show is always presented by Weiss Johnson. Weiss Johnson, whoa. Train home comfort specialists for nearly 50 years. Once again, the deal for the month of October, 10% off any new Train furnace, air conditioner, or heat pump installation. Plus, you can bundle a furnace with an AC or heat pump and get 25% off the package price. Get your home comfortable now for all seasons with Weiss, Johnson, and Train. Visit wjsportstalk.com today for more info. We had some packs cracked courtesy of Wayne Sports Cards. Check them out in their new location right next to the Italian Center shop. We also had, that's good for the Italian Center. The Belichick talk was very delicious.
Yes,
it was very, that's good. Chris Johnston, our hockey insider for GS Construction, and Jeff Hamilton as well from Winnipeg, getting us set for Bombers and Elks tomorrow. 9 o'clock, it's going to do it for YouTube. Trev, who's heading home. Enjoy your Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Two suppers, correct?
Likewise, yes, two.
That's a bonus, too.
Plenty of leftovers coming.
It's good getting as much of those. Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait.
Bring some back in the big
aluminum
tray. Yeah, or whatever.
I'm taking it all, baby.
Yeah. You'll be carving a bird as well.
Sure.
A pheasant.
Yes.
Yeah.
Having some carrot cake in the shape of a turkey.
For YouTube, Trev and Dave Jamieson, thank you again for coming in and filling in the seat. I'm Lieutenant Eric. Hangout's coming up next. Keep it locked. Cruise. We'll be going to Cruise right now. Dusty always likes to send us into the...
Does he throw?
He'll throw to the next track. Oh, Filter. Take a picture. Filter played some pretty heavy stuff.
Sure they did.
This is more of a softer song, but they can rock. So Filter's coming up if you're listening, 95.7 Cruise FM. Thanks, everybody, for listening, putting up with us today on a Friday. Hangouts up next, 9 to 11. Keep it locked on YouTube. The autoplay will take you right over. Happy Thanksgiving. Talk to you Tuesday.